Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream, y'all. It is Friday, something in August. I don't know. I didn't pay attention when I woke up today. Hi, Tico. Thanks for being here. So we're going to be doing a Metafy session today. We're going to be doing some VOD review. And I just got back from the gym, so bear with me. I'm still kind of getting things set up, but I know I have to get to the gym first before I do anything else. You know, it keeps me going, it keeps me fresh, keeps me available, keeps me young, keeps me healthy, keeps me fit, keeps me gorgeous, right? And we have to be gorgeous when we're talking, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get Tico on the line, and then we're gonna be doing a little VOD review first on Me Brawler, and then we're gonna be going into the game, and we're gonna start playing. So let me get that set up real fast. All right, I'm just reaching out to Tico now. Hi, Tico, how's it going? Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Can we hear you? I can't hear you. Weird. Give me 1 second. Oh, okay. Something's they're fixing something on their end. It'll be just a second. I'm gonna turn this music down. Tico, how's it going? Still can't hear you, bud. Not sure what's going on. It's probably, honestly, it's probably on my end. Give me 1 second. Okay, try saying something now. Yeah, I see your voice lighting up when you talk too. Let me stop this music. That is really odd. I should be able to hear you. I'm gonna check my settings real fast and just see if I possibly have something set up incorrectly. Here. Voice and video. Input device. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Oh, is it working?
Yeah, it's working now. So
yeah.
So it's just, so sorry about that. It's
Oh, no problem.
there's like, I use this program called Voice Meter. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but it's a way for me to stream and play music or other audio sources, and then that way when the stream is finished and it gets posted to Twitch or YouTube, there's no music. So I have to be, it's very, it's like a, for me, it's a very complicated program because it like hijacks your sound board. So certain settings I have to move around and stuff. But anyway, we got it fixed. We got it taken care of. We're finally here. So it's been a while. It's been a while, Tico. How are you doing?
Good, yeah, I had a good week. Good. Yeah, I have my local tonight.
Ooh, okay, cool. Me too. Twinsies.
Yeah, I'm doing another one on Sunday too.
Oh, period. Yes.
At my house.
Yes, we're doubling up. We're doubling up. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how are you feeling? You know, just in general with how events have been going. Because how did your last local go? I don't know if we've talked since then.
It definitely went better than the first one. Like, it was the first time I used Zelda.
Okay.
But the matchups were hard. Like, the first matchup was against a Shulk.
Ooh,
and
yeah.
They were just mashing the shit out of me in like speed mode.
Yeah, they speed and then they just do nair, and
yeah, it was so annoying.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, go ahead.
I did manage, and he was like one of the like better players there. So I did manage to like, I I spiked him on the ledge once, which was really satisfying the first game.
Yeah.
And then I lost. So I got some KOs at least.
Okay.
The second game, I chose Pokemon Stadium 2 and 1, actually.
Okay.
And before he kept saying, like, you know, like, if you win, like, then we'll have to choose. Like, because he, like, I didn't really know that the stage picked, like, that well. Because
Yeah.
I'm still new at this.
Yeah.
So it was, like, a little condescending to me.
Oh.
But then I actually won.
Yeah. Okay.
It was fucking hilarious. But then, and then he got really mad and, like, 3-stocked me the last game. But
Okay. So
then
yeah.
the second game was against Sephiroth, which was also hard.
Okay.
But yeah, I did my best, you know.
Yeah. Well, good. So, you know, I'm just gonna start off by saying that, you know, well, let me ask you this. Have you done anything competitive before? Like before Smash? Like did you do any competitive like sports in school?
Oh yeah, girl, like I'm very used to competitive.
Okay. Well, then I don't think we need to really get into the nitty gritty. I just didn't know for sure because, you know, if it was your first time being introduced into a competitive environment, you know, I did want to specify, and for anybody that's watching, you know, that you're playing to win, right? So people are going to do some of the craziest shit you will ever experience in your life just for them to get that W. I've had someone, this is one of the weirdest experiences I've ever had, but I will never forget it. It's very simple too. It's not even that dramatic, but I was playing against somebody on stream. This was like almost 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago actually, by now. And they were a snake player, and I sat down and we started on Smashville. And as we both did our controls, of course, you know, set them up and everything before we started. And then we started, and at the start, they dashed back and I just ran up in and grabbed them because I sort of like, you know, I just called that out. And they, after I got like 60%, very quickly within like the first 10 seconds, they were like, oh, wait, my controls are wrong. And I was like, okay, that's weird. And so we exited out. They went back to their controls. They checked their controls. Their controls were fine. And they were like, oh, I'm sorry. And then we went back to Smashville, and at the start, they dash attacked me. So like with Snake. So they literally did that just to try to get the edge on me. And then after I beat them, I was like, you're real slick, aren't you? You think you're
that shit.
I know.
The thing is like that doesn't, like, I'm a little older than most of these people, so like
me too.
It doesn't really affect me anymore as much, I think.
Yeah.
And the other thing, like, it was a good experience for me because, like, what I wanted to do was, like, catch myself in going into autopilot, which I did, like, and I kind of brought it back.
Right.
Like, that way. Because I feel like when you're, like, in a nervous situation, like, you kind of just go on autopilot, right? Because that's, like, what you're used to.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I remember, like, thinking, like, okay, like, you have to, like, think about, like, what's happening. So that was really good.
Yeah, so absolutely. So, you know, the more that you can refine that autopilot process, the better, because autopilot is, it's funny because when you're first starting out and you're first learning the game, autopilot to me is a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing because you're not actively thinking through your decisions, and so you don't really know why they're working. All that's happening is that if it does work, you're thinking, oh, I was right. And so you get sort of this false sense of like, I don't really know the word for it in this moment, but it's like a false sense of security because you're doing something, it's working, your opponent isn't responding to it. And then when you start to fight someone better, you fight someone in winners round 2, winners round 3, you know, eventually as you progress, they start doing things to you that you're not really understanding of. And then so you're just throwing shit out, trying to make something work, and nothing's working. And it feels like it's a night and day like difference. Like, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You'll play against some people and you just stomp them. And they could be in friendlies or not. And then you play against some people and it's like it feels like you're roadkill, you know? So that's because of that autopilot. Once you build the fundamentals, that you need, the fundamentals start to become the autopilot. And when that happens, that's when autopilot starts to become a good thing. So it's more so like of retraining your autopilot. The last thing I'll say about it is, you know, when players, like top players, go to a huge tournament and they have to play through all of these matches against players that are a lot lower level than them, they rely on that autopilot to, fundamentally to keep their endurance up. So that way, when they fight these players that are really, really strong, you know, and very on top of their game, they're able to use the endurance that they possess, you know, only because they've been relying on their autopilot. So you'll get to a point where that's going to start happening for you. And we just have to, you know, correct course. So I went ahead and shared my screen with you. I'm going to get this going on the stream so they can see it too. Let's see. All right. So we've got this first match pulled up here, and we're going to be going over me brawler. So I clicked the first one. Do you want me to click the sixth one?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even read the date.
No, it's okay.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. So let me ask: is this online or offline? Online. Okay, that's totally fine. So before we even start, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up outofshield.com and I'm going to pull up ultimateframedata.com. Those are those resources that we talked about before. You know, that way we can just, we're able to look at the facts. We're able to look at the data. Me Brawler, I can tell you right now, insanely fast character. This character is a rushdown character, as I'm sure you've figured out. A lot of their moves are less than 6 frame startup. So that literally beats like almost everything that you have on the ground. You know, like you have down tilt and down smash, but you know, with the exception of down tilt, you know, it's very different fighting a character that like all of their moves they could use to open stuff up. And with Zelda, it's like you feel like you're sort of playing sometimes with your hands behind your back because you have to play a certain way. So that's the difference. That's why some people really like Rushdown, is because Rushdown is a lot more freeform. Defensive characters are a lot more flowchart, which I don't know if you've heard that terminology before, but flowchart is very you know, like I'm gonna do this. If this happens, I'll do this. If this happens, I'll do this. If this happens, I'll do this. But you follow a certain flow. So anyway, let me get this pulled up. We're gonna do Zelda, and we're just gonna look right off the bat before we even go into the match. What we can't punish. So Nair and Neutral B, if they do the exploding sidekick. So we'll have to see. I'm not sure because it is kind of confusing not knowing necessarily what their combination of moves are. You do always have the ability, just so anybody knows, if you go to a tournament and someone plays a me character, they are required to tell you. But you know, sometimes you need to ask because some people don't. They are required to tell you, or you are allowed to ask them what their specials are set to. Now, they're not going to tell you, oh, well, I have this one and it does this, and I have this one and it does this, but what they'll tell you is the combination. So Tico, you know, if the next time you play against them, you know, if you play against them offline, even online, you can say, you know, hey, what's your combination? And they might say like 1, 2, 3, 1. That'll give you the ability to go and look at the ultimate frame data, and you can look at their special moves. And then if we go to special moves here, you can arrange it by 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are all the special moves that they can have just for this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think it's 1, 2, 3. Actually, I think it's 1, 2, 3. I don't play against Me Brawler enough, honestly, but this is good for you to know, just so that way the next time you don't get blindsided and you can sort of prepare. Because, you know, one of the I think the moves that, you know, all the Me characters have, I'm not sure about Brawler, but I think almost all of them do, is they have like a counter. Yeah, they have the counter, or they have like a reflector or something like that, and that's like very important for you to know before you start the match, you know. So make sure you're asking about that when you play against them in the future. They didn't use counter. Yeah, that's fine. It's still
other annoying moves.
Did they use the feint jump?
Yeah, all the jumps and like there's this one.
Mhm.
It's side B. It's like just touches like things so easily and KOs so soon. And then the B up was like,
Okay. Yeah, so the feint jump is literally like the Zero Suit Samus kick. It's just like her flip kick. It's literally the same. I'm not even kidding. It's like the same move. It's just like on a smaller character. So that can be very difficult when you're playing as Zelda initially, but you have to learn how to bait it out. Which I can show you what I'm talking about, but let's look at the data here a little bit more. So we know that against Brawler, we can't punish the Nair and we can't punish the neutral B. So let's find the Nair because we need to know what it looks like, right?
right.
I think the Nair is just what they call a sex kick. And it's a terminology that's been around since Melee. A sex kick refers to any kick that begins on frame 3, and it's called a sex kick because it's just so good. So that's just a dumb name that someone came up with forever ago, but it's stuck. So the reason that it's this is kind of mind-blowing to me, but here's why it's so good. So it's active on frames 3 to 5, right? The like the initial hit, and then it also lasts until 6 to 29. So that's fucking insane.
That's like Yoshi.
That right? It's an insane concept because like if we think of it as Zelda, like we don't have any moves that last for that long. Like that's it. Like I think our move that lasts the longest is like up tilt in terms of like a consistent, constant hitbox. But they're able to throw this out in the air, right?
They can go wherever they want. It's easy for air to get there.
Right, exactly. So it also has 6 frames of landing lag. You know what I mean? So like if you think about that,
Yeah.
our Nair has 12. Right? All of our moves have very like long landing lag. And it's just, it's a balancing thing. They didn't want us to be able to like constantly have a spacing tool and then have the pressure of the Phantom. So that's why all of our aerials are a lot more committal as Zelda. But yeah, this is nutty. This is really nutty for sure. So what I think we want to do is we want to keep this in mind. So we're going to do 29 minus 3, that's 26 plus 1, that's 27. So this move is active for almost like right under half a second. That's just fucking nuts. And with 6 frames of landing lag, that means they can just constantly throw it out. It also auto cancels on frame 37 onward. So I imagine if they do it out of a short hop while rising, it's going to auto cancel. But even if it doesn't, they only suffer 6 frames of landing lag. So for them, it's not as important for them to like, not fast fall it, right? Because it's only 6 frames. So now that we know that we cannot punish that move, we have to keep that in mind. So we'll be looking for this move, and we'll see how you respond to it. Everything else, though, it looks like everything else though is punishable with up B. And I do want to preface, this is if it's perfectly timed, and this is if they are right next to you. Sometimes they will land a bear and they'll. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Looking at this.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I wish I would have mentioned that to you before. I do apologize, but it is something that it's just kind of a part of it. So if they land a bear,
like they use like a slower move.
Yeah, up B.
Faster.
Right. Yeah, this is showing that these are the only moves that you can't punish with up B, and then all of these moves are. So like how it says punishable using jab, down tilt, like up tilt is -18, for example, right here. And it says you can punish using dash attack, but you can still use any option that comes before it. So just want to make sure that that's clear. So
yeah, that I figured that out. Okay. It wasn't obvious at first.
It is a little weird. It is a little weird to look at that chart. But I will
like the frame like perfect version.
Right.
Yeah.
And I will also just kind of mention, it's sometimes a good idea to look at the specifics from the opposite side. So if we look at it as Mii Brawler versus Zelda, this shows us, as we can see here, that any move we have, they can punish in their kit. So, you know, it's a good idea for you to, you know, look at the fact that like, okay, if I dare them and I'm perfect with it, the only things they could punish me with are up B or nair, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So just try to keep that in mind as well. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the most recent match here. I'm going to turn this volume down. And I apologize. I'm going to get just some kind of music going in the background. Okay. And we're just going to watch it one way through, and then I'll stop it and we'll go in it from there. So far, I'm really loving your dashbacks. Excellent. Yes, just get out of that situation. Okay.
I feel like for some reason I have a really hard time getting the lightning.
Yeah, so they're definitely like, it's because they're a little like they're a little shorter, and they have a very weird hurt box. Just because it's not your typical humanoid. Excellent up tilt to nair. Love that. Okay, yeah, so like right there. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. So right here, like what you're trying to do is you're trying to hit them with on Wi-Fi with a move that you have one frame to get right. So in my opinion, it would have been much better for you to just go for another nair here, because if they're above you and you're coming from underneath them, you have a much better chance to catch them. Because like, let's look at that combo that you did. So right here, you get the up tilt, you're underneath them, and so you come up with the nair and it catches them. That's basically how it's designed to be used, is Zelda is underneath her opponent and she's interrupting them. So obviously as a combo, it's gonna work just fine, but it's meant to interrupt and call out aerial approaches, also known as an anti-air. So then right there, right afterwards, you try to get that kick, and it's like, you're trying to get that kick not out of a combo and not out of a out of shield situation. So we want to only use, in my opinion, we only want to use our kick when we know we're going to get it. So you know you're going to get it, or you have a better chance to get it if it's going to be out of a combo starter like back hit up tilt, or down tilt, or out of down throw, on a shield break, or if you're in shield and they hit your shield with something super laggy. So so that is definitely something that we want to take into consideration. See right there again, you're at 100% and they're at 92%. So I know it's very tempting to try to hit them with that kick, but it's just not as feasible. You're much better off trying to put yourself in a situation where, like right here, like you could have just like shielded and let them go forward and they would have been on like the platform here. And in that situation, you'd be better off to just like go back to center. You know, I don't want to be, I don't want to sound like dull, but there is a big mastery of this game is finding opportunities to take the stage, because just as much as you can punish your opponent with an attack, you can punish them with your stage positioning. So in that instance, your correct punish right here should be exactly what you did, set up Phantom. And then right now, they're flip kicking because they're like, oh shit, I don't want to get hit by this Phantom. So up air would have been great here. This is actually how you punish this move. So Zero Suit Samus's, you'll charge the Phantom, and as long as you've set it up in the correct method, which is kind of how you did here, right after you get a hit and they're at mid%, they're going to go for that flip kick. And you're in the position where you can just jump straight up and throw out the up air. And if they do this, you're just going to beat that out. to right here. Yeah, just take the stage. Okay. Okay, and what do we do here?
Skip the ledge.
You skip the ledge.
Yeah.
So I know you said it was by accident, but as soon as you're hit here, when you're hit here, your goal is, okay, if at the very least, you need to drop down and you need to recover from underneath. At the very least. As a mix-up, sometimes you can recover from the side or recover from above if you can get the angle down, which you can. You just need to practice it. So right here, we double jumped out of hit stun, and we're holding in. We're holding in towards the stage because we want to land. We threw out Nehru's because we're like, oh shit, that thing's going to hit us. I'm going to try to reflect it. And by the time we landed, we're in end lag, so we get hit. Okay, good F smash. Okay. Now, right here, I know it was probably not intentional, but this is stuff that you have to think about. You should start your Phantom Charge a little sooner here, because since you started it a little late, you got stuck on the platform, and so now you're not pressuring the ledge. Now, granted, he just went ahead and straight jumped, and see, he gets invincibility on the startup of that move. I don't know if you saw that, but if we look at this move here, the down special feint jump. So it's frame 1. So as soon as they, or I think it's frame 2. As soon as they start this move, boom, they're invincible. And they're only invincible for a short period of time, but it's at the most important time. It's for the dodge. 1, 2, 3. So they're invincible for 3 frames. So that's how they were able to escape that right there. Let me get back here to where I was. Okay. So what you want to do is just make sure that you're pressuring the stage. You only want to pressure on the platform if they're already like way off stage and you're sort of like already here. But since we were further back and we hit them with this F smash here, just run straight forward and set the Phantom up right here. That way you know you're covering the ledge, and you would have technically set it up a little bit later. But right here, it's like you're sort of setting it up as soon as you can get it out, and they have the ability to stall, because the other thing is they could have double jumped backwards. They could have down B'd first and then double jumped. You know, and right here, if they would have went straight to the ledge, because that's what they should be doing too. They're skipping the ledge here. You would have been effectively pressuring it. So that's sort of like, no offense to whoever you're playing against, but that's sort of like the danger in when you play against people who, you know, they're sort of like newer too, or not necessarily new, but they're just sort of like, they're not like way better than you are. So because of that, they're going to be doing things that might keep habits that you don't want to keep.
Right.
But it's hard to point that out unless we do the VOD review, which is why we're doing it, why we're here. Okay. Okay, we went to ledge, good. Okay. So the last time you grabbed the ledge, just now, you let go double jump. So I'm going to see what you do differently here, because you need to mix up 2 things. And you might want to write this down. When you're grabbing the ledge, you need to mix up the number 1 thing you need to mix up is your timing. So even if you're on the ledge and you run out of invincibility, it's still better for you to sit there and like then do something, you know, like mix up how long you're going to be sitting there for, and also mix up what you do. So the last time, let's see what you did the last time, just to briefly double check. So we grab the ledge here, we wait until our invincibility ran out, we double jump, got back on. We waited, we did neutral get up, we held shield, and then we dropped shield. Okay?
don't even think that was intentional.
Well, sometimes that's what works, because they're expecting you to try to go to the ledge and you smack them and you kill them. So I mean, like, that works. Also, very nice displacement there. See, so in my opinion, right here, so something we need to talk about is, again, back in neutral, is the terminology of a poke. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but in neutral, when you guys are in neutral and you're close together, you guys are playing a game of something called footsie. And I'm pretty sure there's a fighting game, like dictionary, I'm pretty sure, I think here. Yeah. So this is a very good term here, but like, so if we're doing footsies, we can just type that in. So this is pretty self-explanatory, but it's good to have this. It says a complicated, often nebulous term that refers to the battle for controlling the space in front of you, often by using good pokes. So it's like, okay, like, what would be a poke? So you can click this and then it'll tell you more. So a poke is an attack that's thrown out to occupy the space in front of you and remind your opponent not to try to come closer. Usually this is a far-reaching and safe normal with little risk. Pokes are often used to harass your opponent into doing something stupid, not unlike prodding a bear with a stick. If you use a poke to hit your opponent's poke, that's called a counter poke. So right here, let me move this back. So right here, when you're throwing out the like the smash attacks, like, that's not a poke because it's unsafe. You're also at 90%, so it's just like, to me, it's like it's okay, right? Because it reaches pretty far. It doesn't have that much end lag, and it's frame 16, but you want to be throwing out your down tilt, your F tilt, or your up tilt here. Like, your tilts are going to be your best friend, or short hop nair. I don't think I've seen you do a short hop cross up nair once, which is okay. It's just I'm reminding you of it because we want to stick to what is tried and true, which is we want to be using pokes, which is a safe normal move. And so a smash attack is not a normal. And so by doing that, it's like you missed. And so when you miss something you've been doing a lot is you buffer spot dodge, which is fine. You ended up getting the down smash, right? But it's like, okay, what now? If you had gotten an up tilt there, you would have gotten a combo and gotten stage control, but you got the down smash. So you got 15% and you're still in the corner. So it didn't solve your problem fundamentally. Your problem is, I'm in the corner, I'm at high percent, I need to get out. Okay. So we roll here. We started nair and they fell out of it. And that was because they were beneath us. We weren't below them. Right? We need to be beneath them. So that's why, like, in that situation, nair isn't gonna do the job that it needs to. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing over here. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know who this is. I'm not trying to make fun of your friend or anything, but like, whatever this is like,
I don't know either.
I think they just made a misinput or whatever. But okay, so I see the short hop nair now. I see it now, but you need to use it to move. So right here, what I would have done is, technically, I mean, I would have done the short hop nair too, but I would either choose to move away with it fully, or I would choose to go here, not stay in place with it. So you need to, we need to practice the timing of you doing it as you're rising, and we'll practice that a little bit today. That was good. That was good right there.
I do have to leave 4. I have a meeting.
Oh yeah, that's fine. So I have another session to do at 4. So
Okay.
I mean, we can wrap up at 3:30, but I know that we want to get some practice in. So what we'll do is tell me what time is good for you to stop the session, and then that way you have enough time to like prepare yourself and go. Is it like I don't want to like prod, but is it a meeting where you have to drive somewhere?
No, it's just on the computer.
Okay.
I can leave 5 minutes before, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you see how you got the up air there? Like, yeah. So basically what you want to do in this matchup, if they have the flip kick, is you hit, once you get the hit in, after you've won neutral, which we win neutral by playing safe footsies, and you play safe footsies by controlling space in front of you by using pokes, which are far reaching and safe normal moves, so up tilt, down tilt, and short hop nair. Once you've won neutral, you set up your phantom, and then that's just going to bait them to do their flip kick. And if you have enough time and you've done it properly, you just punish with the up air and rinse and repeat. That will teach them that they can't use that flip kick. But you have to teach them that lesson very early on. So it's like you're at least teaching them that now. Like he's almost sort of using the down B as an emergency button as soon as he sees the phantom.
Right.
Okay, so right here. So we punish. Now, what rule are we breaking right here? I know you're at high percent, but let's ignore the percents for a minute. So right here, you're in a fantastic position because you are in center stage. Now, I know that your Phantom's going off cooldown, but I think Phantom going off cooldown is tricking you into doing something that's fundamentally incorrect. So right here, what rule did you break?
Well, I gave up the center.
You gave up center stage. There's no reason to. Even if Phantom is down, you don't have to give up center stage. And so now you're in the corner. So your goal needs to be, I need to get back to center, and you're still playing neutral. Against a fast character with frame 6 moves, with 6 frames of landing lag, and with a nair that lasts for 27 frames, we don't want to charge fan because like now you're a sitting duck. Now offline, you would have a better chance to like react and throw this at him for running at you. But the concept still applies. All of this only happened, you die here because you technically died here. Once you up air here, this is where you died. Because you've put yourself in the corner at high percent, and he just runs up and shields. And if he's close enough, I don't know, you might know this, but if you had gotten level 5 here and thrown it out, it completely whiffs up close. It will completely whiff. It will not hit them if they are right in front of you. And if they run up to you and they shield, if they're in your space already and you throw out level 4, level 3, anything like that, it's not safe on shield. So it's safe at a distance. So this really screwed you up here. Okay, so we got the grab. Okay. I know why you did this. At least I think I do. Because you're like, I need to even things up. I need to go for this kill. I haven't gone for this yet. But I guarantee you he gets back on stage before you do. Okay, I guess I didn't account for him just flubbing. So my mistake there. But it's still not something that I want to see you do. So you got the grab. This was excellent. And started charging Phantom. So right here, all you have to do is wait. Just wait for them. Just see what they do. And see, here's the thing. He screwed up on his own. You didn't even need to go off stage for that. When you are, the risk is not worth the reward here. Like, he's up a stock, so you don't want to be, if you're down a stock, don't go off stage, in my opinion. Because like, unless you're fighting a character like Min Min, where like you sort of have to take that chance and you have to like gimp her, it's just not something that you should do. So it's sort of like you, in a sense to me, sort of broke a rule here too. Like, there's no reason to go off stage when you have the Phantom. And I know that that's going to seem a little weird because I know that that's something that I do too, but it's just because I break from that rule doesn't mean that I shouldn't be following it too. You know, I remember getting 513th at this past Genesis, and it was all because I was doing well, I was playing fine, but I played against a Ness. Ness was off stage. I had my Phantom set up and I ran off and I tried to dare him, and he upbeat right into me and killed me, and I would have won that set, but I got stage spiked, so I couldn't make it back. So we have to follow these rules as sort of principle, because like in theory, sure, it could work, but if you don't follow these rules, situations are going to happen where like you're going to think it's safe to go off stage because you haven't been holding yourself accountable, and then that's when you're going to lose that stock and you're going to be upset. Okay, so yeah, we still got punished for that teleport. So if we're trying to escape like pressure here, see, I think I went a little too far forward. Okay. Okay, so yeah, whoa. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure it was just like a panic option here, but you got back on stage. Jump back and charge the Phantom. They're in knockdown. Nehru's at low percent. Nehru's at low percent will force a tech situation. If you don't know that, write that down. Using Nehru's at low percent forces a tech situation, because that's literally what just happened here. And that is gold for you, because that allows you to jump back and allows you to set up your Phantom. Hi, Kioma. How's it going, honey? So right here, you get it. See how it forces tech? Like they have to be on top of it and they have to tech it. And usually they're not going to, especially if it's online. So hard to tech online. So right here, you should jump back and charge Phantom. So you do something here that I'm pretty sure it costs you greatly. So watch. Are you watching?
Yeah.
You look to the left as if you forgot, if you're trying to remember if you left your stove on. And then you roll behind him and put yourself in the corner. Like you had an option to get stage here, honey, and then you just sort of like said, oh, never mind, here, I'll go back, it's fine. Because like you're literally here and you're like, I don't want to be here, I'm fighting so hard to get out of here, God help me, what do I fucking do? Get my gay ass out of here. Oh my God, I fucking did it. Wait, is that a hot guy over there? And then you're like, oh wait, never mind. And then like, so because of that, you've put yourself back at that same scenario. And so now it's like, shit, now things aren't working. Now you're panicking, you're spot dodging, and you're getting hit. And now you're at 74%, you're off stage. I know it was an accident, but it's like, do you see how like a small mistake like that costs you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you ever land Nehru's is designed for Zelda to where if you land Nehru's and it doesn't, it's going to do one of two things for you. If you land Nehru's at low percent and it forces tech, you can react to their tech by doing a jump back charge Phantom. Or just charge Phantom. You don't even have to jump back. If for some reason you throw Nehru's out at mid percent and it hits them, you should be able to still jump back and charge Phantom. If for some reason you hit them with Nehru's at 0%, you don't Phantom because you don't have enough advantage. It's not going to give you, since they're low percent, they're not going to get sent that far away. And so you don't have enough time to set up Phantom. So you have to position yourself to safely poke, right? Okay. So I like the fact that you did something different here. I do. But teleporting onto stage is just, you have to get rid of that habit. It's negative 39 on shield. All they have to do is see you turn green. They don't even have to react to when you start the teleport. They can react when you disappear. If they don't see you anymore, if you don't see Zelda, you just hold shield. For some people, that's the matchup. Oh, where'd Zelda go? I can just hold shield, and you will literally get a free punish if she hits you. It's a shitty thing about the move, but the move is designed to read people. So because if you read them, they can't react to it. But you're using the move incorrectly. And I think that I think that, you know, people can get confused here, but like you're in a position right now to where your opponent is primed to react to whatever you do because you are in disadvantage. You're on the ledge. They are primed. They're like, okay, I'm going to react to whatever they're doing. So he threw out a nair here to try to bait you to do something, but he also it covers multiple things. He threw out the nair because he's trying to see if you're going to do something immediately as soon as you get on the ledge here. You can see you grab the ledge. He runs up, he holds shield because he's trying to make sure he doesn't get hit by an instant aerial from the ledge or a get up attack. And then since you didn't do anything, he buffers nair out of shield. This covers you getting up. And if he misses, you can see what he does. He's able to fade back, and then he's dashing back in case you roll. So he's covering multiple situations here. If you don't roll, he can go right back in, which is what he does. And then right here, he's just shielding because you chose an option, and he's ready. So he's just shielding, and all he has to do is hold shield here. Now he dropped shield to try to parry, but he's able to put his shield back up because he fucked up his parry. What I would have done here, just as a mix, is I would have went right back on the ledge. If you're gonna like do this as a mix-up, go right back to the ledge, because that can bait someone to try to hit you because you're re-grabbing, and then you can possibly hit them with a get-up attack or something. Now, re-grabbing the ledge is not that great, but it would have been better for you to re-grab the ledge here than teleport onto stage, because you're doing fine. Like when I was watching the middle of this, it's like, to me, you are outplaying them, but you're making these little mistakes, and that's what's costing you. And I'm sure that that can be frustrating because it feels like it feels like you're playing correctly sometimes, and then sometimes you're like, oh, I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like I just got beat. Like I just got my ass handed to me. Blah blah blah. They're not beating you. You're beating you. Okay. Nice.
Oh, I didn't realize this.
That's okay. That's okay. So, you know, I think that, you know, looking at that, you've got some information now to where, you know, your understanding of, you know, the mistakes that you were making, and the mistakes that you were making, they weren't huge. They were just like very little subtle mistakes. I'm trying to figure out where the fuck I'm doing. Oh, okay. You just made subtle little mistakes that at the end of the day just added up, and they just end up costing you. And when that happens, it's really hard to make a comeback from that, you know?
Yeah. That's why the video, and you like, at least you like.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I love doing video analysis. I just think it's so much more eye-opening, and it's so important. It just can be really hard for us sometimes to, like, at least for me, it can be really hard for me to look at like my losses because I get embarrassed. But like if you don't do that, you know, then it's no different than like somebody auditioning for like a play. You know, like if you watch your audition and you record it, you're able to see like what areas you need to change, like how you delivered a line, or like what you need to do differently. But if you're not doing that, then you're not. It's like you're just not setting yourself up for success. So I'm getting the arena set up right now.
I feel like intellectually, like I should be.
Well, and that happens, and it's trust me, like there are situations where, you know, I think it's because there's something in us that's telling us that it's the right call to make. And I can tell you why. It's because when you were teleporting to stage that earlier and you ended up killing them, remember?
Right, yeah, it works.
So yeah, it worked. So it's like it tells your brain, oh, okay, this works. So because you did that, you find yourself in a situation where you're like, okay, maybe this will work again. But up B is not one of those moves. Up B is one of those moves where it's like you need to use it only for recovery. And that's why, in my opinion, it's like I will really only throw it out like if I know I can teleport cancel. Like that's why I practice them so much, because that sort of changes, you know, it changes things and changes the way you can use the move. But until you get that mastery, you really have to hold back that desire to do so, because when you're on the ledge, you have to accept it and you have to figure out how you're going to get off of it, and you can't take an easy way out. And when we want to teleport, we want to take the easy way out, but we can't. So I got the arena set up. The ID is M as in Mary, N as in Nancy, Y as in yellow, T as in Tom, W as in W.
All right, you're my friend.
Oh, that works too. And the password is, it's always going to be 929. Okay. All right. Go ahead and jump in here. Now, after our session, I'm going to get this uploaded to YouTube, like first thing, before I do anything else, because that's what I should be doing as the coach here. But part of your homework for this week, before our next session, is I want you to review our matches, and we're gonna go over it. We're gonna look at it together, and you're gonna point out to me what you wrote down where you like broke a fundamental rule, okay? Or like when you did something well, when you were ledge trapping well. I want you to point out things that you do well, and I want you to point out things that you know you could improve on. Let me make sure I've got this set up here. My bad, I'm sorry. Gotta make sure it's on here. Okay. All right. Okay, let's get started. Okay. Good. Don't teleport on the stage. Yeah, you used the F smash there, and because you ended up hitting the Phantom, that ended up punishing you for it. Good. I think you hit the Phantom there, so that's the only reason you didn't get the follow-up nair. So you're okay. Now in this matchup, we're a lot slower, like we're both pretty slow. So, you know, you should feel a little bit more free to set up the Phantom. Yeah, there you go. Good, good, yes. Perfect, yes, I was expecting to have time to get up there because I thought you were gonna go for the full charge. Good. Nope. Good. Good, 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 good. Okay. So when you're nairing, I know it's kind of hard to do out of shield, but you want to jump first, right? And then nair, and you're gonna like, it's kind of hard, but you're gonna, so first of all, just do a short hop out of shield. Yeah, kind of like that. But you want to start the nair a little sooner, because you want to technically do the nair out of shield. But you want to be moving forward. More forward than that. More forward than that. Almost. That's better. That's better. And then now, what I want you to do is I want you to work on doing a dash. So we're gonna dash, and we're gonna do a nair, but we're gonna dash. We have to let go of the stick while we jump so the nair can start, and then we have to hit forward on the stick immediately after so we can make sure we drift forward.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah, so basically what I'm doing is I'm gonna start here, I'm gonna run across, and I'm gonna do nair. But if I let go of the stick, then I just nair in place, right? And I barely go forward. So what I have to do is I have to run forward, let off the stick to nair, and then immediately hit forward again and hold forward. So that way I continue my... Perfect! That is what you need to be doing. You're getting caught up in these situations where you're close quarters and you're doing like this, when you should be doing this. Because you need to move, right? This game is all about movement. If you're staying in one place for too long, you're not playing correctly. So that's kind of what... Go ahead.
You don't win that because I would get her instead by accident.
Right, exactly. So it's just a matter of like practicing the muscle memory, right?
Okay.
And see, that's sort of what it does for you, because when you're in a position where like, you know, you don't have enough time to set up Phantom, and your opponent is like trying to close you in, this is a good way to escape pressure, because it's like if I don't hit them, it auto cancels. So I can, you're fine. If it hits them, it auto cancels, right? So, or sorry, what I mean to say is that if I don't hit them with the snare and I get out of the corner, it's going to auto cancel, which means I can immediately do anything I need to. Like, let's say I do this and then they dash in, I can still dash away. Let's say I do this and they jump at me, I can turn around and do up smash or something. Like, you know, I can do turn around down tilt, I can do, you know, turn around up tilt, or F tilt, whatever. So because of that, you keep yourself available. If for some reason you do hit them, then this is all you do. If I'm, go ahead and jump on this platform, because I don't want to hit you. If for some reason I escape the corner and I use Nair, then I can just do this. Well, I didn't mean that, but like I can just like immediately set up my Phantom. So I set this up and then I set my Phantom up. So that is why you want to make sure that you practice that. So that's something that we need to do, because you were definitely getting the Nairs out. I just wasn't looking at them because I didn't see you moving with them. And so like the Nair isn't really accomplishing. Yeah, like you were, I think there was a situation where you were fighting the Mii Brawler and you were right here and like you did Nair and then you just kind of put yourself back in the corner with it. Which is like, if you're here, you want to like get out of the corner. See what I mean? Like that allows you to get that going. It's very important for Zelda. Very simple, where like if you don't know what to do, you should be setting up a Phantom, and if you are stuck in the corner, you know, like then you just Nair to get out. And it's not always going to work, but it's the best thing to move with, to cover your movement, because like technically if you're doing this and you're doing this, it's sort of the same thing. It's the same timing.
Right.
But if you throw out fair, it's not. So anyway, let's keep going. I just wanted to make sure I pointed that out, so when you watch this again, you know, you have that information. You love that F smash.
Yeah.
So that's just for Nairusing too early. So in that situation, you can just go to the ledge, or you can just try to jump over it. But I know it's kind of scary. Okay, good. You're on the platform, so I'm just gonna go low, so... Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time!
So yeah, like, let's just jump into another one real quick, and we'll just keep everything that I've said in mind. One thing I'm also noticing is every time I hit you and I put you on a platform, if I'm center stage, you roll out. So I know it's a lot to keep track of, but when you watch this video back, you'll be able to understand what I mean. And so it's little tiny things like that that are very revealing to your opponent. So like now I know that like I'm telling you this, like if I hit you and you are in a tech situation on a platform, I'm gonna be looking for you to roll outward. Okay? So why are you spot dodging? I think you threw out a move and then you spot dodged afterwards. So I don't know if you noticed, but every time you throw something out, you go into a defensive maneuver. You shield, you spot dodge, or you roll after you whiff something. So sometimes if you whiff, just throw out something else or move. Okay. That was good, you covered the roll in. Okay. Yeah, get your Phantom going, good. Get your Phantom going, get your Phantom going. Like, I know it's kind of tedious, but, you know, in this matchup, I'm slow. I can't really close the distance. I can teleport into you, but, you know, I'm not going to be doing that because the risk isn't worth the reward for me. So I'm not going to bother doing it. Now that is a setup. If you ever get a Phantom on a platform, I would just start mashing down tilt, because if you do hit them, it can pop them up into it. And if the Phantom goes off, then it's like, well, just go back to center. Okay. Good kick. Good kick. Yep, get your Phantom. Uh-huh. No, no. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna do that, stay on the platform, don't jump. It's much faster to do that than to do it like that, because you're putting yourself in the air. So all you gotta do is just teleport straight forward. Go ahead and do it. Teleport straight forward. Yeah. That's all you gotta do. Good. Yep. See, rapid jab. I'm at low percent, and rapid jab sent me into a tech situation. So that's a great rapid jab, and Nehrus are like great moves to use to get your Phantom. Oh. See, I was in the middle of another action, and I was still able to punish you. Good. Cool. What are you gonna do with it? Good. Covered the platform. Nope. Set up Phantom. It may not seem like it, but you're doing well. I don't want you to think that you're not. You are. I'm yelling at you because you deserve it. That's what Ven did to me. If I didn't think you couldn't handle it, then I wouldn't do it. Yeah, good. Okay. So right there, you charged Phantom and you did kick. And you did kick because you were like, well, fuck. So that should tell you that that was a situation you shouldn't have charged Phantom in at all. You didn't have enough advantage to get it going.
Okay.
So like right now, we're in neutral. Filling each other out. Okay. That's okay. That's, you know. So I think that do you think from today you're at least able to see some things that you weren't able to before?
Yeah, I feel like the man is huge.
Yeah, let's play one more game, and I want to see you use more of that. And it also, when you start hitting it, it sort of gives you a chance to assess the situation, because you can look at percents. Like if I hit you with an air, I can look at percents and be like, okay, you're low percent. I'm not going to charge Phantom after this. But if you're like at 50%, I'm like, okay, well, I could probably afford to jump back, charge Phantom. Like the combination of hitting you plus jumping back should give me enough space to get it set up. And if you're at like 70%, if you're at like 70% or something and I land the air, then I should be like, okay, I can just set it up here. Charge Phantom. When you get like a situation, when you reset neutral, you opt to do this, and what you should be doing is this. I want you to practice that movement. Yeah, jump back, charge Phantom. Now what I want you to practice is I want you to jump. I want you to like face away from me, and you're gonna jump and you're gonna turn Phantom around. Yeah, but you need to be moving. So like watch me. See how I'm doing it like out of a full hop? So go ahead and do it again. So that was a short hop. Now do it out of a full hop. Perfect. Practice again. Do it again once it's done. Nope. Start over. Do it again. Yep. And then you're gonna do it one more time. Okay, that's fine. You at least got it. So that is like the muscle memory that you need to get used to when you have a chance to like breathe. Like doing dash back F smash, that is to catch a landing. Right? So it's like if you think I'm gonna like jump towards you, right? And close that space to where when you can't get the Phantom out, that's when the F smash works. This is you calling them out because they were thinking you were gonna jump back charge Phantom and you do this. Right? Okay. So let's keep going. Be careful. Okay. Good. Don't fast fall the nair if you land it. Or sorry, no. Don't. You what you did was fine. You fast fell it because you technically hit me. That's okay. Okay, so up tilt again. So I'm at low percent, so yeah, you can afford to do another up tilt there. Good kick. Charge your Phantom. Should have already had a charge. Now I'm back on stage. Good. You still punished me. Good. You want that F smash. It's okay. We're getting it out of you. We're getting it out of you. It's not a bad. It's not a bad habit. Nice kick. That's okay. Good up tilt. Okay, there you go. I felt like that was accidental, I'm not gonna lie, but it still worked, so if it works, I can't tell you that, you know. Good nair. Just right there. Okay, so you've done this twice already. You nair, and then once you land the nair, you're like, I'm gonna do another one. So you just do the first, yes. Do the first one and then jump back charge Phantom. So the motion, get on the platform. The motion should look like this. I'm gonna do it one more time. Now, in a certain situation, you can also do this. I'm screwing this up because it's online. Oh my god. You get the idea. You can just turn around the Phantom. There you go. So that is usually if they're at high, like if you're at like 70% and I land the snare, I'm not gonna jump back because I have enough. You have enough damage to where I don't need to like create space. So like right now at 21%, like I'm going to jump back because you might be able to close the distance, right? So it's just a good rule of thumb, and I can sort of try to write this out for you. But let me actually go here real fast, and we'll basically end after this match. But I'm gonna write this down for you. So at low percent, nair to reposition. At mid percent, nair to jump back, charge Phantom. At high percent, I'm just gonna say higher percents, nair to Phantom. So that way you can distinguish between, you know, okay, they're at low percent, I'm gonna nair, and then I'm just gonna like reposition. I'm just gonna start dashing. So I don't have time to set up Phantom. Mid percent, nair, jump back, charge Phantom, and then, you know, if they're at high percent, nair, turn around Phantom. Okay, let's go.
Oh, nice.
So do you see all I did there was I up tilted you and you're expecting like a nair or like an up air, like a combo. So I just jumped on the platform and I just waited and you air dodged. So that's what allowed me to kill you. So that's something we can talk about next session. But you definitely want to try to find situations like that in your advantage state where like you're hitting someone and you're sort of just waiting for them to do something. So because you air dodged, I had enough time to up tilt and then like jump and land on the platform. If you had double jumped, I wouldn't have been able to punish you, but I was still in a position to where like, if you do air dodge, I can punish it. If you jump, then I can just get off the platform and go back to center stage. So from today, we've taken a good look at Nair. We've taken a good look at like some defensive habits that you do. So whenever you get hit, you seem to opt to do something defensive. Also whenever you whiff. So whenever you whiff something, like if you throw out a dash attack and you miss, like usually I know I can expect spot dodge, shield, or roll. And all of those things, even if I can't directly punish you as Zelda, that's just like a free phantom setup for me usually, because I know that you're not going to try to throw out another attack. So we want to mix that up. So it'll take some time, but you can definitely do it. Make sure that you watch this on your own time. When you do, I want you to write down the things. I want you to write down the timestamp too of the video. I'm serious. I want you to write down the time. And I want you to write down, okay, here I did this. I could have done this instead. What I could do next time is this. And then when you did something that you liked, I want you to write it down at the timestamp, and I want you to write down, okay, I did this here and it worked, and this is why it worked. Okay. So I want you to make sure that you do that this week. And then the next time that we have our session, we'll be going over that together on next, I think we're set up for Thursday. So we'll make sure to go over that then. Do you have any closing questions or comments or concerns? No? Okay, cool. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the session. It's always a pleasure working with you, Tico. And I'll see you next week, okay? Have a great time at your local, and make sure you update me on Discord. Let me know how it goes.
Okay, yeah, I will.
Okay. All right, yeah, of course. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, y'all, I'm going to be right back and run to the restroom. And starting at 4 o'clock, we're going to be doing our session with Stubbs. Which is one of my students I've been coaching. So I'll see you guys in a little bit, and I'll be right back. Welcome back, y'all. Thanks so much for waiting. So we're gonna jump into our session with Stubbs. I'm gonna get Stubbs on the line. Hello, Stubbs, how's it going? I'm doing really, really well today. And I hear you are too.
Yes, absolutely.
Good, good. I'm happy to hear it. So yeah, let's not wait around. Let's go ahead and just jump right in. Get started. So
Are we on stream right now?
we are on stream right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I've got your match pulled up here. I think I've got the call ready for you on Discord's end, so you should be able to see that screen. Am I correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, fantastic. All right. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and jump right in here. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, and when I was saying that I felt like I was not playing the way that you wanted me to play, there were definitely a lot.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, like Smashville is definitely it's definitely a stage where I feel like you have to be really confident. You know, because Zelda's, you know, trapping, she needs space. And so I think that, you know, being on a stage like this is definitely a sign of confidence. Like I think there's always a reason that you know, Ven likes to take foe here every time that they play, and it's just trying to match that confidence, saying, you know, like, I know your character's good on this stage, but so is mine. So I think that, you know, while we watch it, I'll definitely keep that in mind, what you said, and we'll just kind of do like a quick run through of this. Okay. Cute. Yes, Queen. Awesome. Hey, Naruto, how's it going? I said Naruto. No, what? Okay, yeah, so you did the Nair well there. Cool. Good Nairs, yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good job. Great. I love the Nehru. Yes, I love the Nehrus after landing, you know, from the telecancel, because that definitely caught him off guard. And you're doing the cancels so confidently. You got a Twitch notification for Discord. That's great. Thank you. Interrupted the forward smash. Nice. Okay. Okay. Good Nair. Great patience. Okay. Got a down smash there. Yes, run up, grab his ass, bitch. He's in the corner. He's at 100%. He's scared as shit. Yes, up. Come on, up tilt. Okay. You've got this kid scared out of his mind. Oh my God. Well, Stubbs, there's a lot here that you did so well. There's a, you know, and of course, you know, I'm looking for the mistakes, I will say. So there are a couple of things that I think that both of us, you know, we can sort of point out, but you can see that I wouldn't even call it unga bunga, honestly. Like, I feel like that you've just, this is definitely an example of like things coming together that, you know, like I loved the turnaround up tilt here. Like just to cover yourself in front, because you throw out the dash attack, you missed, but you're covering in front of you, which is what you needed to do with the up tilt. And then after it missed, you could have thrown out a kick, which is what you would have done like week 1 when we first started. You might have even gone for a dash grab, but you jumped back and you set up your phantom. You released level 3, which, you know, calls out the full charge, which he was trying to do. Punish that immediately. I at least like the fact that you're not trying to combat him right now. So you're getting a little damage. All right. Now you skipped the ledge there. So yes, technically this is, you know, those are like what I'm seeing. But the other side to it is, you know, if you skip a rule and bad things end up following afterwards, the rule is there, you know, like in high pressure, high tense situations, it's just a good rule of thumb to follow. But even if you break rules, it doesn't mean that, you know, you can't bend them, right? Like, so I think that it's fine for you to, you know, stray from those time to time if you're finding success with it. But straying from, when you set the fundamental rules and you're like, okay, like I'm never going to skip the ledge. When you do skip the ledge, that's what becomes the mix up, right? Yeah. So yeah. So like right here, like when you skip it, I'm not trying to like, you know, I'm not trying to like put you down or like make you think that like you're not playing well, because you played exceptionally well during this. But it's like you skipped the ledge here, and then like when you landed, you wanted to throw out up tilt, and so you got punished. You got punished for that. So it's not to say that that wouldn't have worked. It's just, it's more so for when we go over your videos or when you go over your own videos. It's easier to diagnose, okay, well, clearly there, I should have just gone to the ledge, right? Or not should have, I could have just gone to the ledge. Because you could have also had landed on stage here and skipped the ledge and done up tilt, and it could have worked, but it didn't. So it might be more feasible for you on this stage at that percent against this character in this situation to go to the ledge, right? Not always going to be the case. So I'm just pointing that out because yes, I am going to be looking for the mistakes that you make, but the only reason is because we're just playing cleanup here, right? So like that, just even that, something as simple as that, like that was good. I think he was delaying. Sorry?
I agree.
Yeah. It was. And the other thing is like, you know, I'm not going to shy away from the fact that like he missed. So, you know, those are things that we do have to keep in mind. Now, the up throw to up air, can you explain to me like what you were thinking with that?
I do.
Okay.
It is mixed up. Very obvious.
Well, see, but what you could have done here, though, what I think would be a stronger mix-up, if you don't mind me saying, is doing this and then immediately full hopping and then fast falling, and if they
Yeah.
and then up tilt. Because if you get up tilt, if you get the back hit, then you can get your up air. You could probably even get an early kill that way. So I'm not against you doing that, because I've seen setups where people will do up throw on Battlefield, and Zelda has enough time to like jump, double jump, and dare, and she can cover someone's tech if they tech on the top platform after up throw at like mid%, and she can, you know, dare into up B. So I mean, like, there are setups with up throw, and they're not explored enough. So I'm at least glad that I'm glad that you didn't down throw. I'll say that. Now, you know why I'm laughing at that, because that's your habit.
Yeah,
But it worked. You got it.
Worked, honestly.
Yeah, and that's good. And honestly, you also got it from a parry, you know, which, go off, queen. Like, I can't say anything to that. Like, I can see her pixelated face. She's fucking thrilled that that worked. So, you know, oh, hi Elf, hi Asput, how's it going? You got a Post Malone ad on my channel? God. Okay. I like that you chose the safer option after the dare too. You just did up tilt, and that still at least like lets you assess the situation. You missed because it doesn't really poke that platform. But I'm glad you did that, and you didn't like overcommit and like land on the plat with like a short hop or like a full hop nair or something, because you would have been putting yourself in a worse position. And there's no reason for you to, like, right here, you're gold. Like, you're gold. Like, even if you missed, doesn't matter. You still have advantage. They're on the platform. Now this I don't agree with, and you got hit for it. So just stand underneath the platform and just, like, if they're above you, just like watch what they do, right? Like, we don't need to hit them. We just want to, like, try to see how they're gonna get down. Okay, yeah, and just like the kick. So oh yeah, right. I mean, you said, you took the words right out of my mouth. Like, it's so hard to hit him with this move. It's so frustratingly hard, but you can't just be, you just can't be throwing it out willy-nilly. You know, because that's like a free punish for them, and it's just also like you're also like giving up stage here. Like right here, just jump back towards Phantom. Like now, like technically, if he wasn't so greedy, he wouldn't have got hit. He should have took stage, but he didn't, and that's like that's his problem. Like, I know he's a very good Ness, but at the same time, it's like I think that that's why this is why I love defensive characters, because defensive characters and defensive playstyles have the ability to call out terrible fundamental choices that aggressive players make. But aggressive players are successful when they're playing against people who don't know how to deal with the aggression. That's why I love defensive playstyles, and that's why, like right here, this worked. Like, you threw out this bear. Wait a second. So this is, oh, this was round 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold up. I'm sorry. I thought this was like the first round. The fact that this is the second round makes me even more impressed, because you aren't, and I'm sure you can understand why. It's one thing to like sort of like just steamroll somebody or just kind of fuck them up game 1. But you doing this in response game 2, Stubbs, that shows me that you clearly possess what you need to possess. And we've talked about this, like when you're backed into a corner, like the ADHD stuff, like clearly this is like, you know how to make a comeback because you know how to make the adjustments. And in my opinion, that's where defensive play really shines, because now you're like, okay, I know you're going to do this. I know you're going to do this. So I'm just going to change these 2-3 things and I'm going to be good. Oh, Tico. Hi. Thanks for coming back. Yeah. Elf, yeah, you can definitely sign up for one of these sessions. Absolutely, anytime. My Metafy is right here. There you go. But you got the Nehrus, and that was okay. It's just, do you see how like you missed the bear, and then you panicked, so you Nehrused, and like but it's okay to do that sometimes, like you were saying in the message before. And I think this is what you mean by the unga bunga. That habit is there for a reason, because right here is case in point why it worked. You bared and you missed. Someone tried to punish your punish and they missed, and you punish them trying to punish you, which is a lot to say as it comes out of my mouth. Oh my God. But you're following. You understand what I'm saying, right? So I'm okay with these situations happening when they work. That's why when in our earlier sessions, probably didn't make much sense, but I was always trying to say to you that like, if it works, I don't want to tell you that you were wrong. And you were like, well, if it was the wrong thing to do, I don't want to do it. But that's like the beauty of this type of game, and that's the beauty of like a fighting game, is the fact that like, if you have a habit, we've talked about this before, that habit is formed for a reason, and the reason was just what played out. You missed your punish, and the Nehru's covered. So, because that's, you know, it is what it's designed for. Ben does that a lot too. They whiff something, you know, they'll use Nehru's. But it's like, you need to keep that in mind, right? And when you start to get to that point where you're like, okay, I threw out the bear, it missed. Okay, I got the Nehru's. Okay, cool. As long as you're keeping that in mind so you don't keep doing it, and I'm pretty sure you don't, for the rest of this match, you probably throw it out here and there, but you're not throwing out like consistently. Love that you went for the telecancel here. I would have liked it. Maybe, let's see here. I think we tried to land on that plat, didn't we? Okay, even if you didn't, I'm kind of glad that you didn't, because technically you want to cover the ledge, right? Now, if you had set Phantom on the platform and done your telecancel, the Phantom would cover the plat, and then you would cover the ledge. So now that you're starting to get these consistently, I want to dive in a little bit further. We need to get these telecancels out faster. And the reason here is because, like, if you had been able to from here, like if you were going to go for this telecancel, can you tell me what you could have done differently? Right here, you know you want to telecancel from the plat, but this is what you do, and all that time was eaten up. What should you have done instead? Correct. Yep. Just full hop Waveland right into place. Wait till you see the visual cue and then go for it, because we don't even necessarily want to hit them with the telecancel. That's not the goal. It's the unga bunga. It's the boo bitch. I'm gonna scare you. I'm trying to make you do something. I am actionable afterwards, so I can Nehru's, I can Waveland, which I want you to start. I want you to write this down. Now that you're doing the Nehru's, I want you to mix in two more things. I want you to mix in Empty Land. So you do a telecancel off the platform and you fast fall and you do nothing else. You do nothing else. You fast fall and you fucking dash back. That's it. Because people are going to catch on and they're going to start holding shield when you do the falling Nehru's. The falling Nehru's.
Oh, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, so here's the only problem with that, okay? Like, I definitely, trust me, I love your creativity, and I'm not here to shut that down. The only thing I'm trying to think of is when you telecancel off that platform, I'm going to use my mouse here. When you telecancel off this platform and someone dashes in and they shield, and you fast fall, and you start setting up Phantom, you are still inactionable for 67 frames. That is plenty of time for any human, even above the age of 80, to be able to hit the A button while they're in shield and just grab you out of it, and then your whole setup is gone. So you need more time for a setup like that. You do not want them near you yet. You want them like on the ledge, and then they get up, and then you dash grab them after you finish the Phantom. You need enough time to finish the Phantom without being contested. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay. That's in the...
Right.
Okay.
Yes, 100%. That's why, like, when I saw it, I was trying to, I guess I just didn't word it correctly, but like, I see the potential there, but it's just that while Zelda is still charging the Phantom, like I think it would be a good idea if you like set up the Phantom, right? You start to set it up, and then they like jump, and then you throw it, right? Like, that would be okay. But it's like those setups are so good, but they're also so like creative, but at the same time they take so much time to set up, and all they have to do is just smack you once or grab you, or what if they roll behind you during the charge? You know what I mean? Like, then you're only pressuring the right side of the stage, and that setup is completely gone. So like, you know, in certain situations you might be able to do that, and then because before I've done this, I've like set up the Phantom and they were on the ledge and they didn't know what to do,
So they rolled, and then I just down tilted in place, and it popped them straight up into the Phantom.
Right.
So things like that. But yeah, so going back to this, we're just gonna full hop and waveland right onto the plat, wait for the visual cue, and then do our cancel. And then doing that, honestly, if you had already, because you would have been right here by that time, you could have started the cancel. And then right here, I guarantee you could have either had, yeah, you could have Nehru's then.
Oh, on.
Yeah, that's totally cool. Like the same thing is that you are at least doing this like girl, like all of the shit that you're doing in this game, you literally were not doing the first time we did VOD review. I'm serious, like all of it. Like I know that you might go to locals and you might, you know, still go like 1 and 2 sometimes, or 0 and 2, or sometimes you might like do like 3 and 2, 2 and 2, whatever. But the fact is that we're not judging it's important for us to like,
Quality.
yes, the quality of play is more important than the results. We need to don't look at the day like after you play in a Wi-Fi bracket or you play in a local. Don't think about the harvest that you reap, right? Like you want to think about the seeds that you are planting, because that is what is going to, so like the fact that you went for the telecancel here at all, I'm proud of, but he's already on stage, right? So like it's just the next step. Like we're here, you're doing it, we practice these cancels together, you're doing the cancels, you're getting them consistently, you've got them down, you're practicing them. Beautiful. I love that you tried this out against somebody. This shows me that you have no fear, which is what you need for telecancels. You can't like know how to do telecancels and then be scared to use them, because they're not going to be for anything. But the other thing here is going back to what's going on right here. If you buffer the waveland right here, you would at least get back on stage, right? So that's why waveland can be good. So right here, even though you're playing online, you're going to get to a point where you're like, oh, okay, he's already on stage, so I'm just going to waveland. Because you don't want to grab the ledge, because you don't want to be ledge trapped, and you don't want to go off stage. The other thing here is that technically, you could telecancel and then wait a brief second, which this would have worked. If you would have waited a breath, then double jump back air. So you telecancel, and then instead of double jumping immediately and back airing, you just wait a smidge and then do the double jump back air. So you're throwing off their timing, number one, and I guarantee you, I can tell. We both can tell from looking at this. That would have killed him. That would have smacked him. You would have hit him with back air at 92% with 70% rage. On Smashville, he was dead. He was dead. So that's why we want to mix in. It's kind of like fundamentals of telecancels. That's why we want to mix in the empty land. That's why we want to mix in like the Nehru's, because the Nehru's covers the multi-hits. The empty land covers shield. And then like fair, bear, dare, nair, any basic instant attack out of it is going to cover them like trying to hit you as soon as you come out of the cancel. So those are sort of our RPS out of telecancels. If you only stick to one, it will be your downfall. And I'm only saying that because I'm projecting. When I telecancel, I am notorious for trying to back air people or dare them always, and I forget to waveland. I forget to use fast fall dash back and just set up phantom. Just use it to get positioning. You know, we have to think about it in more reasons than that. And still though, here's what I love that you did. You technically still baited him here. That was fabulous. That was fabulous. I was pointing out everything you could have done instead of this, but I want you to understand that I'm not telling you what you did was wrong, because you got the hit. That's my point. You still got the hit, so I can't tell you what you did is wrong, because it wasn't wrong. It worked. And it will work again. but you want to know what your other options are in that same situation. So that way you're not only going for because you're going to have a little period where you're only going to go for Nehrus for a little bit, because I know it's your new favorite thing, and that's going to happen, and that's going to be a part of it. And that's fine. And trust me, I was doing the same thing, but then someone's going to, you know, I just want you to be prepared for the counterplay, but at the same time, we do want you to have like that experimental period where it's like, now you're doing this, it's working for you, it's a new mix-up, and we'll just kind of sit on that for a while before we introduce the next one. And then you just got another up air in his face, like the fuck? Like, also, let's talk about how many options you're putting out here, because this is why telecancels are so good. You're moving, so he has to react to where you go. That people can't react to this online. I was playing against Peanut, I remember, and he was pissed. He was like, I can't react. They're doing it so much because I can't react. Bitch, that's not why I'm doing it. I'm just doing it so I can move. But like, okay, if that's what you think, then fine. So you throw out telecancel. You immediately throw out Nehrus afterwards. And of course, I got to point it out. I got to say I love this because you're vulnerable for 2 frames, of course, when you reappear. But then after you fall off and you buffer Nehrus, if you do it frame perfectly, which you did because you buffered it, that's only 6 frames that you're vulnerable. In between the telecancel and the Nehrus, you're only vulnerable for 6 frames. And then you followed up with the up air, grabbed the ledge, and then just did a rising up air. Now, I'm trying to see why that killed him. Do you want reaction rolls on the server? I'm not sure, Naruto. I'm not sure like what that would benefit me for. Maybe like react if you're a student and it allows you to have access to like student specials. I have no idea. But I am interested in it for sure. Okay, so I can't tell what he tried to do here. I think he just tried to hit you. Oh, he's starting some spell. I think he's starting PK Thunder. He might have gone for PK Fire. But regardless, it doesn't matter. You gave him his own PK Fire right up his ass. Okay, so this was fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is not. This was the second time that you did it, and it didn't work this time. So you are so vulnerable when you do that, because you're only. It would be much better for you to Nair, if anything, because Nair is going to cover so much more of your body than Dare. You know the hitbox for Dare is beneath you, so you already know that. I don't need to explain. Good kick. Okay, yeah, good kick, but what do? We got our advantage state. We need to reset neutral.
Yeah.
Roll back. I talked to Tico about this earlier. Don't put yourself in the corner. You gotta get out of the corner. But it still puts you in position to get your Nair. And Tico, if you're watching, which I think you are, you can see how Stubbs is using this effectively. Stubbs is doing the Nair, but they're fading forward with it. So what it's allowing to happen is Zelda can cross through her opponent, and it sends them away from her. And then right here, Stubbs, do you know what you should have done after that Nair? Yeah. Now, it's fine. You're kind of going unga bunga right now. You're still kind of fucking him up, and I think this is because I feel like you were confident here. You're up a stock. You're not at death percent. He can't kill you off of a throw. You're trying to cover options. This covered jump, and then you're turning around the up tilt, which I fucking love. You do that better than I do, and it pisses me off. I'm just gonna be honest. It makes me mad. Like I don't understand like why I can't be like. I just tell you about it once, and you're like, okay, I'll do it, and you just do it perfectly every time. You did it after dash attack, you did it after Nair, and I still can't get it. But do you see how like this is just super effective? Like when you're sticking to these options, like you're winning most of the time with those 3 options that I talked to you about: short hop, Nair, up tilt, or Dare. You throw out the Dare, or you threw out the down tilt, short hop, Nair, or up tilt. You threw out the Nair. It wasn't out of short hop, but it's fine. Here it was, which won you neutral here. Now I would have jumped back to Arch Phantom, but it's fine. He also probably, if you think about it, you would have had to use level 4 here if you did charge the Phantom because he jumped. So like he's jumping because he's trying to get out of the situation at any time. So right here, you do the full hop nair landing. He air dodges past you. You throw out the turnaround up tilt, beautiful, gorgeous, and then you hold shield. So like right here, you're in a fantastic position. You're just in a wonderful position here. It's just so good. It just blows my mind that so many Zeldas are like, Nair sucks. Like, girl, you suck. Like, I'm just kidding. But like, you're not using Nair correctly. Stubbs, you are using Nair effectively. You are using it exactly how it needs to be used. You're using it to get out of the corner. You're using it to reset your positioning. You're using it to take stage control. You're using it to cross up your opponent. You're using it to cover air dodges. You're using it to bait air dodges. You're using your up tilt afterwards out of it, which is a great combination. And then the most glorious thing I'm seeing right here is this. You are buffering shield just in case after the non-committal choice. Now, you could have also had just done up tilt again, right? You could do up tilt into another up tilt or up tilt into turnaround up tilt or whatever. You mixing between shield and another non-committal move. So like that's where the beauty comes in. Now that you're getting down up tilt, turnaround up tilt, short hop nair, and occasionally down tilt, now you can mix between all of those and shield. Because that makes it so effective. That he's in a horrible position right here. He's only at 37%. But right here, he's trying to go back in. You get this second nair, you send him back off stage again. Because you buffered the nair out of shield. So I hope you see what I'm So like, and what fundamental rule are you holding yourself to? What fundamental rule in all of this play right here are you performing every time after you land nair? After you land the nair right here, you do it. And then after you do this, you do it again. What rule are you doing? You're going back to center. Hallelujah. Praise fucking God. Like this, I'm so happy that you see that, because that's what you're doing that is working. You're putting yourself in ledge trapping city. You're putting yourself in the better position. You're not running off stage and trying to hit them. Yes, praise Hylia. Again, fading back to center. Then you got your Phantom set up. Now, the kick, we're going to work on those. But yeah, we're going to work on those because it's like, do you see how like the nair has been working out for you? But this bitch is hungry. She hasn't eaten in days. She spent all her money on her hair dye. She's really trying hard to get that kill. And she's like, and now she's kind of, this is where the Unga Bunga is not working anymore. Okay. So we set up our Phantom. I would have appreciated up air here. And as you shouldn't, because I don't know what he was thinking doing this, because you could have hit him for that. But the other thing here is that what could you have done right here? Actually, hold on a second. Hold on. So beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous. What could you have done right here? You know. No.
So that's not the answer.
You're in shield. Nope, you're in shield. You have a free hit coming. He's vulnerable. What are you gonna do? It's something I love doing. I love doing it. I'll do it anytime I can. You're in shield. You can just take a guess. Yes. Free up B. That's a free up B. You're working on it, and that's fine. But right here, you need to be looking for it. When you're in shield, you are actively looking for it. Don't actively look for fair or bear anymore. Remove that. You are actively looking to up B. That's what you want, because right there you would have gotten it. You could have up B'd, and you could have just you could have stayed in place, put yourself under the platform, or you could have gone for it if you wanted to. You had a little rage. I don't think it would have killed. If he fucked it up, maybe. Probably not. But you could have still gotten a free hit and reset the situation. And now you've put yourself in the corner and you got hit. So do you see right here? What's like working for you and what's not? The fairs are not working.
Yeah.
The nairs are working. Setting up the Phantom. The fair didn't work, but fair out of full hop auto cancels. So just up B and you've been fine. But you went for bear again. He's super short, really hard. He's also trying to get back to center. So if anything, yeah, another thing you could have done right here is as soon as you shielded that, he's vulnerable. You could have also drop shield dash attacked him, which would probably have been the best thing other than up B. Up B is just like to me, it's the more consistent. It's like more meta, in my opinion, because it's guaranteed. You don't have to try. It's just like he's gonna get hit by it, but you could drop shield and do the bear there. We did it, an immediate dare, got hit for it. So what should you have done instead right here? Like he just did another attack. You could have stayed in shield. You could have, yeah, you could have upbeat him again, but you could also, like, once you got back to center here, or not center, but once you got that hit, let's just take a look here. The next time we're gonna look for up B. We get back on stage. I don't think we meant to land on stage, which is fine. Right, which is okay. We're still getting that down. So what rule is he following here? After you land on stage, he goes off stage to try to hit you. What rule is he following? He's going back to center. And you had your opportunity to go back to center. I
could have
True. You could have tried to waveland through him. You could have just tried to jump and double jump and just get out. Because you know how you do that thing sometimes where like you'll full hop and then you'll like waveland back where you were as a mix up. You could have tried. I'd have been fine with you trying that. You know, because your goal is to reset neutral right here, not to throw out another attack. Like, I just know that you were feeling yourself for a minute, and that's the danger in all this. Like, you're at 79%, and then you got this nice kick. You got the nair. You did this beautiful setup right here. You got the nair. You know, you're keeping him off stage. Got the nair again. So like you're starting to feel it, you know what I mean? And you're also up a stock. You took the first stock, and also this is the second round. So I know you're trying to make moves, but there has to be a point where you start to, yeah. And then it's just because you're yeah. So, and I think that you did, because you start to clean it up. So right here, I think he was trying to go for his dare setup, which I don't know if you've seen Ness do that before, but he fucked up. So I think you would have dodged it anyway. Well, yeah, because you would have dodged it anyway. So that was good on you, because like you could feel it coming. You fucking stepped on his fat head. You said, bye, bitch. Where has she been? Where's she been? Well, she was serving right there. Like, I know that jab was out of hit stun, but it's a frame 4 option that you have access to. You could even use it out of dash. You could dash, you know, like even dropping shield to jab. In my opinion, it's still going to be better than like going for a kick sometimes, because it may not be as fast, but it might be better for that situation, because rapid jab gives us so much. Now, that was smart. You went for this here, and since you did it, you could have fast fall. What I want you to do, remember I told you to write this down. I want you to fast fall here and then Nehru's. You didn't do anything wrong here. I'm just talking about like, we're talking about like experimental stuff and like what else you can do. Because I've talked about how we can telecancel Waveland, we can telecancel Fast Fall, and then we can telecancel to instant attack. So you did telecancel to instant attack, which is Nehru's. and Nehru's is covering you all the way down. Like that I'm telling you, that had to that reflected on like the last frame. It had to have. Yeah. Like it covers you so well all the way down. Like you literally touched the ground and it was still reflecting. Like that was so smart of you to do, because what does Ness want to do? You're at that range. You literally set this up, Ben. You set this up. Like you're at the range. He wants to do it, but he got greedy. He thought you were punishable. He's gonna throw it. So right here, I would just dash attack. It's faster. Just dash. Don't even spot. I know you spot. I know why you spot dodged, and so like I'm not mad about it, because like, you know, like you didn't want to get potentially hit. You didn't know if it was going to reflect or not, and now we know that like you can tell. Well, you are on fire, girl. You're playing just like you're on fire. But I mean, like, I understand what you mean. So I understand that but it's actually just like specifics. It's better for you to get hit and for you to smack back on your stick to SDI out of the fire, because if you SDI out of the fire, you can buffer Nehru's and then still get the reflect, because you can reflect it while it's out as well. So if you allow yourself to get hit by it, it's actually very easy to get out of it. You just keep smacking back. Hi, Jace. How's it going? Excellent kick. Fantastic. That was the kick we were looking for, and let's see why that happened. So right here, he pancakes, but I'm pretty sure he gets right back. Okay, I don't even know. I don't even know how that hit him. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know. Oh, wow. Jace has got a good point. You don't even have to SDI. You can just actually hold out, because it doesn't have an SDI. I didn't know this, but it doesn't have an SDI. I've heard about it, but I think I forgot about it until Jace jogged my memory. I know that sounds like shady, but it's the truth, because I'm pretty sure someone said that before, not to me, but like I think I've heard it. But it's a multi-hit, so my brain goes to SDI. But yeah, so if Ness does that, you can just hold out and then just Nehru's. You don't even have to Nehru's, but like if you think that they're going to try to follow up, you can. Now, I do know the counterplay to that, because yes, bingo. They jump and they try to dare you. But like F smash, I know you wanted to kill him. It's just not the serve. But you got the bear. I just don't know how you got it. I don't like. I think it was he was getting up into it or something. Like after he pancakes, I think he. Yeah, I think Jace. I think it's because he was getting up after the bear. Like. It just seems like it didn't happen right away. So you must have gotten him like the first frame he like started to get back up or something. Yeah, yeah. Like what could you have done instead? No. You could, I mean you could have. Yes, because, and why would that be better? Because you could have nared here, but why would that be better? What are you doing? What are you accomplishing by doing a fall through up air? Yes. Correct. Yes, and 4, you make him look like an idiot. Okay, so now, do you see? That's okay. And yeah, and like your dash grab is fine. Like to me, this is a very Jace setup, and that's okay. It still probably wouldn't have caught him. I mean, maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. But like, I know it's Wi-Fi, so it's like we sort of feel like we have to guess. But this bitch loves to fucking air dodge. This bitch loves to air dodge. So. You could have just fallen through the plat here and set up Phantom. I know it's weird, but since you're on the plat and this bitch loves to air dodge, I would have just done up tilt, fall through, Phantom. Now, that would have been a hard guess, but you've got the platform covering you. You know what I mean? Jace would have fucking F smashed. Jace would have fucking F smashed. They would have fucking turned that F smash around, and what's okay with that though, I will say, is that the F smash is actually gonna be, I'm pretty sure, less laggy than the whole dash grab. So
Yeah.
like it still like covers the situation if they had air dodged in place. And then like at that point, Jace could have like fallen through the platform here. And then, you know, like neutral's been reset. So like, I'm not mad because like you didn't get hit, right? And it's like you're sort of, you at least knew to like try to like get Phantom set up to sort of account for like what you did. I feel like that's what you felt there. You did up till you did this, you're like, oh fuck, okay, well let me like set up Phantom. Now, I don't agree with going to the platform because you're putting yourself in a bad position. And then you did something super committal, and he's just like, I know he's a good Ness, but I think he's like, you were fucking him up so much that he was like very shaken because like that completely whiffed. Like, in what world does that hit the platform? Okay, and so now we're sort of like, there's one bear, there's another fair, there's an F smash. Yeah, so there, all of that could have been like, I'm just gonna take center, set up Phantom. I fucking love you for that. Like, that shit was just so, that was so, you served cunt on a platter. Like, you're like, oh, you gonna get your baseball bat out, bitch? Bye. It was just so cute. Oh, you could have Phantom level 4'd here. So we got the jab, and I was talking to Tico about this earlier. We got the jab, but we're at higher percent, right? I know, Jace, right? That jab was so fucking good. So we're at lower percent, and we just got this. So like, it's not very likely that we're gonna be able to get like the full Phantom. You did, because he landed on the platform. But I would definitely go for more, like if we were on PS2 right now, like, I don't know what he's up airing. Like, there must have been a mosquito or something. He was, I don't know. But right, it's, but like right here, I would have thrown Phantom level 4, but you finished it. You up aired, but what did you do wrong? Correct. You full hopped, so you put yourself on the platform, you got hit. You could have sharked, is what we call it, sharking. You could have like poked through the platform with the up air. Easy grab. There's your grab. There's your shield grab right there. There's your shield grab. You shield the laggy attack, you can clearly see, and you knew. That's your grab. Yes, back throw. We could have down throwed, but let's take stage. Yes. So do you see right here like why back throw was better than like down throw? Like, he's at 35%. Like, yes, we could probably down throw and get bear, but why risk it? Just back throw his ass, fucking jump back, charge Phantom, take the stage, and his ass is fucking, you know, trying to get inside the fucking arts and crafts center or something, I don't know. And he fucking air dodges and you catched him immediately for it. Stayed in shield, waited for your opportunity, threw out an air. You want them to act first. Who's acting first? He is. He gets punished for it. Because you're a defensive character, he's an aggressive character. Defensive characters act second. That's what you did. That's why you got stage. Now you have stage. Din's fire. Okay. I love that you stayed in shield here. You're being so patient. Don't agree with the down smash. We skipped the ledge. And that's okay. You haven't really had to, because you've been playing so well and you've had such a commanding lead most of this game, you haven't really had to go to the ledge very often. So it's working for you. I don't see the problem. It's just, it's important for us to, okay, Rar, God, bitch, you're already turned around. What the fuck? That was the perfect Phantom. I almost thought that was too soon. That was perfect. Okay, so right here, we're gonna start working on this for Ness specifically. You can literally sit here after you did the first Nehrus to reflect that shit. Just sit here Don't even stay in shield. Just stay here. Wait for him to actually hit himself in the ass, and then as soon as he does, that's when you run off, you hit Nehru's, and you smack the opposite direction, so you B reverse it. You have to do this after he hits himself. You can't do it as soon as he does, because if you try to Nehru's him as soon as he does, he has invincibility. But right now, right, yep, exactly. Fantastic up tilt. What did up tilt cover?
So it, like,
well, yeah, but the specific option that he chose from the ledge, like, what did it cover? Yeah, covered roll. Perfect. Up tilt's great at covering roll. Love that you, like, I could be wrong, but I feel like you thought about a cancel, and then you were like, nah, that was good. That was good. Precisely. Yep. Yep. And remember, I've always talked about how Nehru's is an advantage state tool, not a disadvantage tool. So you hit him here, you throw out your Nair, and you missed, and Nehru's. So to me, this is the same thing that you did earlier when you did Bear to Nehru's, but this was a better version of it. Do you know why? This is better because you're in advantage, number one, which you technically were, but you're more so an advantage because you're in a positional advantage, and he's at high percent, you're up a stock. In the other situation, when you used Bear, you cornered yourself and then you panicked and used Nehru's. Here, this was not a panic Nehru's. This was not a panic Nehru's. This was hit me, bitch. Because, like, what? Oh, are you gonna kill me? Okay, I have another stock left, and you're at 135%. Go ahead and try it. Now there, you almost got him. Like, I don't know why he's still. Right, because he had been doing it. Okay, so the fact that you're getting these kicks on him, it just blows my mind. Because he's literally on the ground. So I think you're hitting his head. I think his head is what you're hitting. Yeah. And that's why another thing is, and that's why he's scared to up B in this matchup, is because just like Jace is saying, if Ness up B's here, because we have the ability to run off and Nehru's him, if you time it right, he should always die. Like, it's guaranteed that Zelda kills him. You just have to be on top of it. So that's why he's mixing up his recovery. But you're technically going for the right idea, because if he does that, I don't know what he's doing, the PK thoughts or whatever. I don't know what it is. But if he's doing that, like, you're still reflecting it, you're still safe. So the only thing he could technically do is try to call you out here with, like, a double jump dare. But, like, he's at 120, he's at 135%. He ain't gonna do that. Like, that was just fantastic. And again, he acted first, you acted second. So that was fantastic. That was very, very good. It was very good. I know that we spent an hour, like, just going over this, but, like, I really do want to acknowledge the fact that you were playing super well. There were so many things that you were following fundamentally that were correct. You were using non-committal options. You were using your safe pokes when you were playing neutral, you know, which I went over this earlier, but pokes, you know, a poke is an attack that's thrown out to occupy the space in front of you and remind your opponent not to try and come closer. Usually, this is a far-reaching and safe normal with little risk. Pokes are often used to harass your opponent into doing something stupid, not unlike prodding a bear with a stick. If you use a poke to hit your opponent's poke, that's called a counter poke. So that's why pokes are so important. That's why Zelda's up tilt is so important, because it's far-reaching, safe, normal with little risk. If you miss, you're normally okay. If you hit it, it leads to a combo. But that's why, like, using F smash and stuff, which you've done a lot less of in neutral, like, I didn't really see you do that very often at all. But that's why, like, when we're playing footsies, Zelda shines in grounded footsies. Because, like, this says right here, Footsies is a complicated, often nebulous term that refers to the battle for controlling the space in front of you, often by using good pokes. In essence, you are trying to get a range you like while trying to deny your opponent getting to a range that they like. How you do this varies widely based on the game and character, but it also involves using strong crouching kick attacks to pester your opponent as they are trying to walk around. That is literally what down tilt is. That is why Zelda has such a good down tilt, in my opinion. She is more suited for the ground footsies game because all of her ground choices are fast. Frame 4 jab, frame 7 up tilt, that lasts 13 frames to cover jumps. Frame 5 down tilt, frame 5 down smash, frame 6 up B, frame 9 up smash. So she has all of these very, very fast options that are designed for her to play on the ground. So when you are in a footsie situation, which is basically just neutral, but you're closer than phantom range, you going for these fair and bears is not playing to your strengths. So when we were looking at this game earlier and you did like that, you did like a falling nair into turnaround up tilt into shield, like after you landed with the nair, you were playing the grounded game. And then you got your aerial because they hit your shield. That's sort of like what Zelda's designed to do. If they hit your shield, you can up B. If they hit your shield with something laggy, you can nair them. If they hit your shield with something super unsafe, that's when you get the fair or bear. So fair and bear is not your go-to. It can't be your go-to. This is why it can't be your go-to. Because this is what it's designed to do. You kill with it. You kill with it. That's how you're supposed to use it. Good. Excellent forward throw. So like all that's good. I'm trying to find something else real quick here. Like, yeah. That's not playing your footsies game. So just try to keep that in mind. And yeah. So for this last hour, are you wanting to go ahead and play, or did you want to go over the other match? Yeah, sure. So you had the space.
There were some.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
Sure. Absolutely. All right. We'll see you in a bit. Okay, period. So first of all, y'all, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. And you know, if you're learning anything, hopefully, you know, it's hopefully it's helping you out. Oh, this is literally my favorite Katy Perry song by far. So I'm actually gonna start it over and turn it up. So brace for impact, guys, because I'm about to play the song at full volume. Trickle back in. That wasn't that good. Cross my heart, I won't do it again. I do. Once in a while I trip up and I cross the line. I think of you. 2 years and just like that, my head still takes me back. Thought it was done, but I guess it's never really over. Oh, we were such a mess. But wasn't it the best? Thought it was done, but I guess it's never really over. Just because it's over doesn't mean it's really over. And if I think it over, maybe you'll be coming over again. Enough to get over you all over again. Just because it's over doesn't mean it's really over. And if I think it over, maybe you'll be coming over again. Enough to get over you all over again. I gotta rewire this brain. No, no. Name. Tell myself, draw the line. Do a do, but once in a while I trip up and I cross the line. I think of you. Takes me back. But I guess it's never really over. But wasn't it the best? Guess it's never really over. If I think it over, maybe you'll be coming over again. Enough to get over you all over again. Just because it's over doesn't mean it's really over. And if I think it over, maybe you'll be coming over again. Enough to get over you all over again. Oh, thought we kissed goodbye. Thought we met this time. I guess it's never really over. You and I guess it's never really over. Oh. Just like that. Really over. Enough to get over you all over again. Oh, over you all over again. Thought we kissed goodbye. Thought we meant this time. I guess it's never really over. Right through you and I guess it's never really over. Oh, 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 oh. Sorry, I love singing that song, even though I'm not like the best, like, I'm not like the best vocalist in the world by far, but I love singing harmonies and shit. It's just such a melodic song. Oh. Okay, so do you know what's really, really cool about this song? What's really weird about this song is that synth in the background is actually somebody's voice. They're literally going ha 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 ha. It's somebody's voice. Max Martin is the producer of this song, and he thinks so outside of the box. So he literally like took somebody's voice. I think it was his own. It just sounds like a fuzzy bass, but it's actually somebody's voice. I think it's cool. Wait a minute. Wait, is the music? Wow, the music's kind of shitty right now, isn't it? Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. Okay, so I guess I've realized what is playing in the background? I'm getting mad. Okay. Rhonda is blocking out your call. Hey Stubbs, sorry, honey. Grande came for us. So I'm realizing that I guess with like my setup that I can't play music at the same time. I don't know, like if I have somebody on Discord, in order for them to hear, I have to have like this certain setting applied. If I have that certain setting applied and then I play music, it's like it's not going to filter out the music. So I think that while I was playing the music there, it was probably like full blast, and I apologize. I hope it didn't blow anybody's ears up or anything. Anyway, but yeah, I've got the arena set up.
So it wasn't.
Okay, cool. Okay, I just want to make sure, because like the music is supposed to dip whenever I start talking, but it's hard to explain. But I've got it figured out now. Anyway, so I have the arena set up for us.
Can you actually... Oh,
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fine. So it's going to be 9. P as in Paul. 6. V as in Victor. 1. And the password is 929 as always. Okay.
Random. I was written.
Gross. I mean, go off, Queen. Oh, did you? So I'm on Zelda, but I can switch to Sephiroth if that would be better. Okay. Okay. I'm on the Twilight Princess Zelda skin, so you're good. Hey, I understand. Trust me, I get it. Never? I think it's a pretty cool skin. I think the dress is just the biggest attraction to me personally.
I love it.
I try to think that like she's just, you know, she's just magical, and so she's not like actually old. You know, she's just got silver hair, like she's just like a dark elf or something.
Oh, I think there's that. Oh.
Okay. Good.
Oh.
That's okay. I switched the stream screen over. Okay, I did. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure. Yeah, that was like a huge risk for me. I don't know why I did that, but I did it. No, I'm literally throwing. What are you saying? No, don't. I used to do that too. I used to, like, whenever I would SD, I would say it was the Katy Parry, but it's not. It's just an accident. We are not our mistakes. No, I think that was only because of the directional air dodge. If you had neutral, yeah, if you had neutral air dodge, I would have had enough time. Or I wouldn't have had enough time. Yeah, of course, we're warming up. Girl, I was warming up. I'm still in the microwave defrosting. It's not the Stubbs tech. Stop saying that.
3, 2, 1.
I do too, but I don't know. I'm gonna stop. I'm stop making fun of myself. So I did it. Okay. 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 I would just forward throw and get your Phantom. Ow. Good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was, yeah. Good. Good.
No.
Okay. No. That's different. Hi, I'm a Zelda main from Mexico. Somewhat decent with my local scene. Give me a second and I'll read this after I get done with this. Sorry. Okay. So, like... Ow. Okay. Sorry, Saurus. I was gonna just respond to you after I was done with this match. Yes! I was like, do it! God! Get her! Get her! She can't afford it. No, she can afford silver hair dye. Clearly, she's got fucking Social Security coming in.
Wins.
I'll take 3 boxes.
She needs her.
Oh my god. Well, thanks, astronaut. Thanks, astronaut. I appreciate it. So I'm gonna read this real fast, Stubbs, if you don't mind. It says, hi, I'm a Zelda main from Mexico. I'm somewhat decent within my local scene, usually O2, but sometimes not. And I have a lot of trouble with particular matchups like Lucas and Mario and the other 87 characters. So I wanted to ask, what's the cost for a coaching session? So coaching, sorry, I just read no problem. So coaching, it starts off at 20 bucks an hour. And there's actually a lot of ways to get discounts. So if you're a Twitch subscriber, you can actually get 10% off each session. And then, so that's going to save you $2 right there. And then we have sales all the time to where you can get like up to 30% off of lessons. And you save more if you buy in bulk. So if you buy like, 2 or more lessons at a time, you get a discount off of that as well. So, I'm happy to help. And yeah, if you have any other questions, you can always DM me on Twitter. So I'll just put my Twitter here. If you want to like hit me up personally, you can just give me a private message there. No problem was meant to be half joke, half serious. I'm pretty bad overall. Oh, don't say that about yourself. And I wanted to know coaching prices, but you're monitoring them. Okay, yeah, no problem, no problem. You can also like always come here and just watch these sessions if you can't afford lessons, or if for some reason you're curious about how they work. You always can just come and watch. I also have a YouTube channel, but I don't think I have a. Oh yeah, the YouTube channel link is literally above, so you can. I upload lessons there too if you want to watch them. If you can't catch this stream. All right, go off, Aerith Skin. She's dead now.
It was her time.
It was her time. God help her. Now she can buy all the hair dyes she wants. I actually have a skin that I'm going to be putting in to replace that skin. I don't know if you saw it, but it's literally like a brunette Zelda skin, but it's the black dress, but instead of purple accents, it's blue. But it's brunette Zelda, so I was really excited to get that. I just don't have it set up yet. I think my friend's gonna be at the local today. Okay. 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 I see why you're going for that, but like even if you get the hit, you're not really getting much off of it because you're using it while rising. Like Dare's really supposed to be like an air dodge punish more so. Just back throw. It's okay. You still got the kill. But I would just back throw. See how I just got near your shield and I just didn't do anything because I knew you were gonna throw out a bear. So
yeah.
Okay. Another down throw, no follow-up. See how you roll in? Okay. I don't want the Bikini Zelda mod. No! Alright, shake it off. Good. Don't forget you can always kind of, come in and try to throw out Nehru's in response to the Phantom going off.
She's a modest woman. She's a modest woman, and now you got it there. You got it there. You got it there. But she's also a homosexual, and she doesn't want to see she doesn't want to see that. Frankly, like I'll download like a Sephiroth mod where he's in a fucking speedo. I'll do that. Like that's fine. Okay, so what we're wanting to work on today is if I get, it's like you're out of shield game, because it still seems to me that like you sort of panic sometimes when people hit your shield, and the safest thing that you can do is always up B. So if you're gonna do that, I'd rather you up B, but it's like I need you to visually, even on Wi-Fi, because it'll be training wheels. I need you to visually, or training weights, which not really wheels, but I need you to visually confirm that your shield has been hit. And if it's been hit, I just want you to up B. Now, sometimes you can nair, sometimes you can fair or bear, but like I'm gonna keep track of how many times you fair or bear. I'm gonna count them out loud, and I'm gonna keep track of how many. Yeah. Okay, so let's go. Good roll away. I didn't hit your shield. Right, but you have to, I need you to make sure that your shield's actually hit. Don't expect, like, you need to, like, react. Thanks. Okay, almost. Okay. Zelda, but she's Avatar Kyoji. That would be kind of cool. Nice. But now I have stage. Okay, good. So when you get hit on a platform, you opt to tech roll in. Pico does this too. Or if you're like in a tech situation, you seem to roll in. Now, when we're here, I've also noticed that like you'll roll away, which I think is smart to do against Zelda. So you're doing that well. But just remember, out of tech, you've got other options. You can wait. You've got neutral get up. You got get up attack. You got roll away. You got roll forward. Okay. Nice. Got bitch slapped. Fatality. No, not in her spine. Jesus. That's true. Yeah. So your out of shield there was a lot better. I think I caught you as soon as I started saying that. You definitely cleaned that up. So we'll move past that. So now what we're gonna go back to is getting our Phantom set up. Because that game, you said that was gonna be very helpful and you didn't fair out of shield once, but I'm still gonna keep track if you do it. Well, I must have missed it. I didn't see it. Okay. Okay, 1. Good. Got out of the situation, got yourself center stage. 2. It's cute when that happens. I appreciate the mix-up for sure. I don't think it wasn't that it wasn't smart. And I hate to always sound like I'm disagreeing with you, but I don't intend to. It's not that I don't think it was smart, it just wasn't the time for it. Doesn't make it smart or not smart. Okay, that's actually kind of a cute thing, to jump and do it. Sometimes it'll work if you think that you can hit them with the first hitbox from the left. Good, that caught me waiting. Okay, good kick. That, I think, is something I'm going to start doing more out of down throw. Like, I'm just going to set up Phantom instead. You don't get as much invincibility. Huh?
I have the right idea.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was good, but we want to get to the point where you start to do it, like, every other. See, and I think, like, setting up the Phantom is good in that situation, too. Damn it. Just because, okay, I think that's, like, 4, but, like, that still worked. 2 of them have worked so far, so. Good, that was good. I like that a lot. Okay. Good, I like the grab. Good, level 4. Okay, what are you gonna do with it? Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, like, it's gonna be an easy out of shield punish for sure. So,
Always.
Zelda wins.
oh, it's like rolling. Yeah. I can see, like, I feel like because we play Zelda, it feels like we want to react, like, sooner than we need to.
Yeah.
So, like, the later, like, fully charged Phantoms are actually, like, more effective against us because we're always thinking about, like, the possibility of releasing it early.
Three, two, one, go!
Okay. Hello, Wally. How's it going? Thanks for being here. That's okay. I'm glad you did a forward throw. Nice kick. There's one. Good punish. See how... Sorry? You meant for a kick? Well, you should definitely go for that nair to punish the dare on shield there. Just because it's gonna be much better. So if Zelda does fair or bear on shield, it's not an out of shield punish against Zelda. It's a fair back. If anything, you can just shield it and just wait. There's another one. Back throw, great. Okay, good. You did get up attack. You didn't roll into center. Good. That's what I was covering. It's alright. Gotta let go. Okay. Yep. It's good. So when you're doing Nehru's twice, I would probably Nehru's and then just shield. Because like you're technically better off since shield is frame 1. And you can still like act out of shield afterwards. Like I know you're trying to reflect it, but like you just might as well just shield it at that point. I'm glad you didn't do it though. That was another one. Crap. I gotta get used to this controller. Did you try to kick? I think you did.
Zelda wins.
I think when you were in shield there, I think you tried to kick and I grabbed you. Oh, okay. You were in shield, so I didn't. I feel like you did an aerial. Is what it looked like. But
No, I'm not. Sometimes.
right.
Like, level.
Choose your fighter. Zelda Sephiroth.
I do.
Thanks for letting me know, Elf. I appreciate it. I just need to, honestly, I probably just need to start using headphones when I do like coaching sessions, because I always forget about the fact that like the sound that plays out of my speakers when a student talks is going right back into my microphone, which makes that echo. So I can just turn them down a little bit on my end. And next time I'm just gonna get some wired headphones, just old school it. Sorry, Aerith. I know you don't see Aerith on your screen, but she's Aerith on mine.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, so we're just gonna see how this goes. So Zelda's forehead is, in my opinion, it's actually pretty normal. It's just the fact that we've seen it a certain way for so long that it doesn't look normal. Nice reflect. Look good. Good job. Yeah, it hits very far away from him. Did you hold shield? Or did you jump? Okay. 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 So I think you were playing really well with your lead there, and then it was like I started to like play a little slower and just focused on like trying to poke you and go for like either a fair or a grab. The only thing I mind in this skin is that Zelda question, do we ever have to worry about Phantom getting sent back at us? No. So Phantom can be countered in this matchup. It cannot be reflected back. It can only be countered. Okay. Mute. Yeah, it's his thing is his scintilla is just a counter. It's a really, really strong counter, but it's just a counter. Alright. So do you see how, like, right there I just jumped near your shield and baited you? Yeah. So just removing the kicks altogether. Like, it's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be worth it in the long run. Good up air. Pineapple. See? It's contagious. No, I didn't even do it on purpose. Remember Nehru's to shield. I'll kick out of shield. Yeah. It's okay, it's okay. I think you're just like rushing going back to ledge. Because I know you like probably scared of like getting off stage poked. God, they really have to fix that fuck. When you watch this stream back, you're gonna start losing it because the Aerith skin, like when it's full screen, like the render, it looks so fucking, it looks so bad. Her forehead just looks so terrible. It just looks awful. Yeah, she like fell and smacked. She fell and smacked her head. Okay. Okay. It's alright. Yeah, I tried to air. That was good because I tried to air dodge the Inspire. Oh, whoa. Okay, that was the triple because it was directional air dodge into roll into roll. Good roll. Very good roll. So at low percent, it's guaranteed. Once you get to like this percent, you just hold straight out, or hold straight away, and I can't follow up. That's when his forward throw starts to become a little bit effective because it like he can't follow up off his throws anymore, but it's guaranteeing stage in situations. Okay. You're okay, what were you saying? Right, yeah, of course, yeah. It's just we have to get to the point where the kicks are like visually, you know, confirmed. So if I start like waiting for you in disadvantage, and I feel like it's Wi-Fi is like it's truly the culprit. But like what I'm noticing is when you're in disadvantage, if I try to immediately follow up against you, your air dodges are working, and so that's why like you're able to like get yourself out of those situations. Because like if somebody tries to like unless they're a rushdown character, if they try to like throw something out and they try to hit you and you dodged it, like, you know, it's basically resetting neutral. In this matchup, it's either resetting neutral or it's putting you almost at an advantage, because since my character is like slow with their aerials and stuff, they're pretty much evenly matched, I would say, when it comes to Sephiroth and Zelda. So in that situation, that's why like I just threw you off stage and I just ran up and I just like waited for like your defensive option, and that's why like Sephiroth can be scary, or sword characters can be scary, because like or even Palutena excels at that. She like hits you up and then she waits, right? So this is what I'm going to be doing in this game, is I'm going to be hitting you and I'm going to be waiting in disadvantage, and I'm going to see how you navigate. Because we don't always want to respond immediately in disadvantage with an option.
2, 1, go!
See, like right there, like offline, I would definitely punish you for doing like a directional air dodge, but since it's harder for me to react, there's certain things that I'm not trying to like talk shit, but certain things people can get away with a little bit easier. Hey, you almost had it right. You went back to center, but you tried to hit me. Like, you should desire to reset back to neutral, because it gives you a chance to figure things out. In neutral, you have the best chance at figuring something out. When you're in advantage, you want to eliminate the RPS. So you just tried to kick me also out of shield there after I did down tilt. Which is not that great, because I low profile and I also cross you up. Good. Okay. Okay. Nice. Now see, that was more of like an educated kick. Because like, you know, like you jumped and you saw that I did something, so then you went for the kick. Like those are the kicks that I'm fine with you doing. Those are the kicks that I want you to do. That was good. You waited in shield. I'm glad. Okay. You're doing double Nehrus a lot, and I think it's working out for you, but I'm telling you, like, if you do like a Nehrus, good, you at least got out of the situation. If you do a Nehrus, just hold shield afterwards, because it's going to do the same thing you're trying to accomplish with Nehrus, but it's going to be safer. Okay. Don't try to grab in the corner. Way too much of a commitment. Get back to neutral. So I know it's hard for you right now to get back on stage. Yes. I don't like the kick. Just try to get back to doing what you're doing right now. That's what you want to do. Good. You pancake. So I'll teach you something real fast. So Sephiroth's up smash, I know it looks like a giant circle, but do you see how his sword stops? It literally stops at this range. So like if I up smash, it doesn't hit below this F tilt. Yeah. Same thing goes for this side too. It only hits in, it's like a half circle, actually. It just looks like a full circle, but it's only half. It's just a giant half circle. That's okay. You still lasted a long time. Still lasted a long time. So let's do one more, and I'm gonna switch to a mystery character.
Choose your fighter. Bayonetta.
Now you know how to fight this character pretty well.
Ready?
So we're gonna put all of what we've been working on today with like how we're acting out of shield, how we're staying patient in shield. I want to use this character because this character sort of like works with that idea. Like you want to shield in this matchup. So to solidify what we're talking about here, that's what we're gonna do. Great parry. I call that the Amaryllis. Yeah, Amaryllis. When you, it's a Bayonetta player. I can just say that when you throw out an F smash and it completely whiffs. Okay, there's one kick. Good. You got the grab. Nice. Fastball down tilt there would have popped me up into the Phantom and would have been a lot more non-committal than the Nehrus. Good up there. Okay, so there I'm at kill percent. So I'm glad that you're doing it, but you can go for the uppy if you want. Good. There's 2 kicks. There's 3. You're the best. The exorcism of Stub Rose.
Is that all you've got?
Damn it. Good. You did everything fine there. I would have just set up another Phantom. But I understand the threat of Bayonetta ABKing, so I'm still happy that you did it. Plus, you're at high percent. Okay. Okay. That kick worked. You. Okay. Still low profile, that was cool. Okay. Cool. Nice. Okay, so that setup right there is like godlike. When you set up the Phantom like right here, and you jump on the platform, if somebody else is on the platform, that's like the best thing you can get with Zelda, like one of the best things. Because you can get a grab there for free, because they're gonna get hit by the Phantom, so they have to shield. So sometimes you want to look for that, and if for some reason like you set up the Phantom, you jump on this platform, and they go to the ledge, you can just fall through, and then proceed to ledge trap. So that, what you did was excellent. It's like one of the first times I've seen you do that to me, but that's something that you have to like practice in terms of like the positioning. So like right here, go ahead and come right here and set up the Phantom like right there. So I want you to charge Phantom like just basically like around this area right here. So like if I'm right here, that's gonna hit. It covers. It also covers me running off of the platform once I get there. So because of that, if you charge the Phantom there and then buffer jump and land on this platform, go ahead. I'm super scared, right? Now that's not always going to happen, but it's like, it's good for you to do in theory if you have advantage, because you landing on this platform allows you to like potentially grab them if for some reason they shield, which they're most likely going to shield. And if for some reason they jump out, you can just like move away. You can just like, you know, run off, go back to center. So it's something that's good to set up for. I think I've talked to you about like setting Phantom up underneath the plat because it allows you to cover the plat, but it's also good to set up Phantom center stage because it's still going to cover the goal zones, which we've talked about. So if you're not ledge trapping and you knock them off stage, like don't be afraid to charge it here because it's deceptive. You charge it here and they're like, oh, okay, I'm home free. And then you meet them on the platform and they're like, fuck. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, that was that was fantastic. Like when you set up that situation, it was just it's Zelda meta, is what it is.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Damn it!
time.
I was gonna try to witch time it, but it didn't matter. I didn't know that would kill. I mean, I know you're 300%, but I just didn't think that would kill. I was literally gonna side B and then I was gonna down B because I see May do that sometimes. She'll like try to bait somebody with a hit. And... Anyway. Okay, well, all right. So how are you feeling after today's session? Well, yeah, I mean, it happens. You know, you're also playing against somebody who plays your character and who literally, like watches you and like it's my job to pinpoint your habits, right? So I have you understand that I have a huge edge, right? Like it's like doing a huge study on somebody and then you play against them. So it's very different. You still showed very good decision making and an adaptation to decision making, which is what I wanted to highlight. You know, right now is I guess what
Like,
yes. Mhm.
20th
Right.
time. So
Well, and it can be like, I know you're not frustrated, but like for me, I get really frustrated in those situations because like last week I entered the local that I do every Friday, and I ended up having to fight against this Sonic. I beat them in winners, and then I fought them in losers, and I kid you not, I probably tried to recover from above and missed the ledge. I'm not even kidding, about 11 times in one match. Because I was getting so, like, for me, I was getting so frustrated that if you screw that up against Sonic, he can literally be in fucking Canada and run his ass all the way back over after, you know, visiting a nice little souvenir booth, and he can run up there with souvenir in hand and he can shield your teleport and he can just F smash you for free. And so I just lost the set because of that. So trust me, I get it. It's hard to get these telecancels, especially when you're jumping back and forth between offline and online. But that's why the only thing I can recommend is what's been recommended to me, and it's what I'm gonna practice today while I'm playing, is recovering from below. It's such a simple concept, but it's like it's tried and true. Like if they two frame you, okay, you got two framed. But it's a way more reliable form of recovery than trying to do like, because I would honestly say like recovering from above with Zelda, like some people might not find it hard, but I would say it's definitely like intermediate. It's more advanced, you know. So just try to write that down and work on that, as well as that just how we've talked about how you've been following the fundamental rule of defaulting to neutral and going back to or defaulting to center and going back to center, which you were doing very well. Even today, like even if you were making mistakes with fair and baron here and there, you were still opting to like get out of the corner more often than not. It's just I didn't make a point to highlight those things. So just as okay, good, because I don't want you to think that like it's hard, because you know I can't always point out and I know you know this, but I can't always. You're a teacher yourself. You can't always point out what your students do well after they've started to improve, because you're so focused on keeping that improvement at a steady rate. but that there were several things today that I noticed that you're doing well, and that's why I'm sort of like throwing the I'm throwing more like cut and dry like hardball stuff at you, you know. Yeah. So make sure to practice recovering from below as the last thing that I would add on for today's session. So I'm gonna get this uploaded, and then I'm gonna be going to my local. So you can definitely stay tuned for this tonight. So just, you know, make sure you pay attention to YouTube if you want to check it out. And I'm going to assign you the same homework that I assigned Tico. I want you to watch our matches. I want you to pick out just at least one. What I want you to do is I want you to point out areas of opportunity, and I want you to point out things that you did well. I want you to have at least... Yeah, so areas of improvement. Okay. So something that you did that you know you could have done better. So for example, you know, when you do double Nehrus, I know that you're doing that because I play projectile characters, and it's like if you miss the first one, you know, the second one's going to cover you. But something that we could technically do better would be you Nehrus the first time and you shield the second time. As long as you're not shielding a phantom, you should be good most of the time. Because like, let's say you Nehrus and you Nehrus early to Din's Fire, and Din's Fire doesn't hit you, so you like Nehrus again to reflect it. You could just buffer shield, because holding shield, shielding the attack, and then dropping shield, you're going to be actionable a lot sooner than if you were to sit through that whole Nehrus animation. So I want you to point out, from one match, I want you to point out three things that you did well, that you like that you did, and then underneath, like what you like, I want you to point out, okay, like I did this up B here out of shield, that was something I did well. I liked that I did that because, and then I want you to write down, like, you know, because I knew that I was at high percent and I got a guaranteed first hit up B and set them straight up, and I teleported underneath the platform, or I stayed underneath the platform, and that was able to allow me to reset the situation, and that's why I liked it. You know, I want to try to do a little bit more focus on that, because I think that just as much as it should come from me looking at your gameplay and being like, wow, this is what you did really well, it should also be coming from you know, as the player, saying, you know, I did this, I really like this. And then also three areas three areas for opportunities for improvement. So like, okay, I did, you know, I did a fair out of shield here and I got punished. Next time I can hold shield for longer. I want you to, when you point out something that you did that you need to improve on, I want you to try to find at least two other things that you could have done besides what you did, okay? So, to recap, three things you did well and why you thought they were the correct choice, or why you liked what you did. And three things that you could have improved on. And then when you highlight those three things you could have improved on, write down two things you could have done differently in that same situation. Okay? Okay. All right, well, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna get this uploaded, head to my local. There's nothing else I can do for you today, Stubbs. Just know you can always reach out to me anytime, you know, on Discord, and hit me up as usual. And I'm looking forward to the next session. I think you made some good work today. So, and seriously, congratulations on, I know you didn't win the set, but you still did so well against that Ness. And that Ness, I remember they were pretty hard, because I remember, yeah. I don't know if you watched, but I was playing against them like last month or something. It was 154 people, yeah. It was still a lot, like, so good job on that. And, you know, it also makes me happy that he gave you such a warm compliment, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he gave you even a better compliment than me. He really did. He really did. When I saw what he said to you, I was like, wow, okay. You definitely scared the shit out of him for him to say something like that, because he obviously has a respect for you as a player and knows that if he meets you in bracket again, he's going to have to, like, be on his game. Oh yeah, God, people suck. But anyway, I'll let you go. Thank you guys all for being here. I really appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to, so you can catch any, like if you're just tuning in, all my streams are uploaded to YouTube. Soon enough, I'm going to be trying to get like a little bit of a video editor to kind of summarize videos and stuff. And other than that, yeah, I'll see you guys around. Thanks for being here, Jace. Love you so much. Miss you. Are you going to Riptide? Text me. Let me know. Astronaut, Wally, Elf. Thank you all so much for being here. Really appreciate y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Bye, Kioma. Bye, bitch. Bye, guys.